ó sọ̀rọ̀ 45 minutes. Oh, just 30 seconds.
I am facing you now, African TV. What I was talking before was about justice for Mohbad.
Hey, you need to shut up and let me respond to your attack first. Let me clear you. Let me clear you first.
I ask you, I did not attack you. Sometimes you need to know this. See, the use of what you use are wrong. It's just really, really wrong. And that is not okay by me. And when you say wrong things, I will interject you.
It's like you have diarrhea of the mouth. Bossman, you have diarrhea of the mouth. Shut up. Bossman, shut up. It's my turn.
What the heck is wrong with you, man? You are still using some bad words. And I keep interjecting you that you don't talk to me like that. Shut the fuck up. Close your mind now. When you want to talk to me. Mosed, why do you block me? It's a question, not an attack. And you keep saying I attack you. How did I attack you?
Oh yeah, bossman, calm down. Mute you. And you shall mute from African TV.
No, I wasn't attacking you. I just don't like the word that he was using that I attacked. I wasn't attacking you.
Calm down. I shall mute for African TV. And yeah, I shall mute you. I just consult what my face on. Oh yeah, African TV, come up, mother. It was okay, mother. It was okay. We to invite you. It was okay. It was so difficult. Everybody like tí bossman sọ̀rọ̀ mo sọ fún African TV pé ẹ mute ẹ má interject ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí bossman sọ̀rọ̀ tán bóyá African TV ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má jà
Aduke, when I was going to ask him a question, you told me to wait. I waited almost 45 minutes. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
You asked me to wait. I have waited over 45 minutes. To our comment section gone. He's going on about spending, about this, about KJC West. So fine. I'm picking facts from it. Though that was not the subject matter, but I'm still getting one or two things from it. People are even commenting, story for the gods, blah, blah, blah. I didn't say anything. I have a question that I want to ask him from the beginning. Now he comes up and says, Magbo, please don't interrupt. Please do not interrupt me. Ibi tá ti máa ń jà nìyẹn. Ìgbà tí bàbá yín sọ̀rọ̀ almost 1 hour, interrupt. You guys should learn to be balanced. He spoke, nobody interrupted him. Now the first thing he would yield is to tell me, I blocked him. Now I'm asking him, tell me what issue have you had with me that will cause me to block you? I've never had any issues with him. I've never had any problem that would make me to think of blocking him. As a matter of fact, the only chat we've had, he chatted me up saying my guy blocked him. That is IT guy. And I went to IT guy and I said to IT guy, I think on his live show, IT guy, Buzzman said you blocked him. IT guy said, oh, don't worry. Sorry, he would unblock him. And I think IT guy unblocked him. Now, what would give you the audacity to tell me that I blocked you when I did not? We haven't had any issues. And I'm trying to tell you, we don't have any issues for me to block you. You still don't want me to speak. And you're running off your mouth.
Oh, yeah, do
people come up here?
Mohbad direct.
Kilo we. Mi ò gbọ́ ẹ, kí ló ń sọ?
African TV, leave blocking alone. Let them move on. Oh yeah, big question.
No, but he has to understand that. Emma attacking unnecessarily.
What if sorry in comment section? Everyone, okay, I'm sorry, African TV.
Okay, mi ò kà, no problem. No problem. Question tèmi fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. And advice tí mo fẹ́ fún, which I have said this maybe on 1 or 2 platforms where he was. In the beginning of Justice for Mohbad, when things started derailing, you saw a lot of misgivings, such as the ones you've mentioned today. And every time you keep saying you don't want to talk yet, you're going to wait. What are you waiting for until everything will lose the battle completely? People are relating to people that they don't know their antecedents on this movement. You see, if we call a spade, as long as you know you're not lying, there is no point in holding back your truth. Your truth, if it has to do with justice for Mohbad, unleash it and let it fall wherever it falls. But every time I hear this man, he always says one or two things he's not ready to say now. He did not want to say it then. And I'm talking to you as a friend and as a father. Don't do that. It is not a good thing. Because some of us would relate to that person or that environment, not knowing the danger because you withheld the information. Who are you withholding it for? If you saw Westo stealing, why don't you call it out right away? So that the next people will not deal with him. The same way we're calling out Lagata and people are thinking we have animosity against him. We are speaking because we don't want people to fall into his trickery. How can you see something evil, you wait 2 years before you start spilling it? Then that makes you an accomplice. Silence is accomplice. Silence means you agreed to it while it was going on. And the question that I really want to ask you now is, you said you wanted to build the nurse. What was your motivation for wanting to build the nurse in the first instance? All of you that thought. Now, let me tell you my position. As I stand today, I'm convinced that the nurse cannot be convicted of the murder of Mohbad. That's my position. That does not mean that I support the nurse, but it just means based on the evidence we've had in 2 years, I don't see her as the culprit unless it's a big setup and she's part of it, unless, I repeat. But for you, in the first instance, and your team approaching the nurse, before you discovered she was selling sex toys, she was Rudy, fine, chilling, what was your motivation in trying to bail her? And do you agree that if you intended to bail the nurse, that those attacking Lenchi now, and first, I also want to ask you a second question. Do you know for sure if Lenchi bailed the nurse? Because I heard you speaking briefly, and what I take from there is like you think Lenchi bailed the nurse. I want to know if Lenchi actually bailed the nurse. So you can tell me what you know. If you think that Lenchi bailed the nurse, let me know. But whether he did or not, those attacking Lenchi for bailing the nurse, do you think they are right to attack Lenchi or they are wrong? So I've given you 3 questions. Your floor, my brother.
Anyway, Mr. African TV. Anyway, but I wasn't attacking you. I was only asking questions. Okay. Well, I will answer the question you just asked now. Um, Regarding to you blocking me or not blocking me, I remember that when IT blocked me, I came to you, you did that. But unfortunately, there were some show that you were doing and that noticed that you were doing, but I couldn't enter your show. It's been about 3-4 months now. And I even tried to talk to you on a different, on a neutral platform, like, hey, African TV, why did you block me? Because I don't talk about you. I never dragged you. I don't drag people. I don't do that. All right. So I was like, what could have happened that could warrant African TV to block me? Because even as that I'm speaking to you, I can't even access your life. That shows that I'm blocked. That is it. If you go and check it right now,
Oh yeah,
can you
let's
access
settle
me?
that. Any
Block.
soon, Bossman.
Let it go.
Africa
Now I'm
TV.
only expressing
Click on
that.
Emma Binosa. Click on Bossman profile. Beshewa Loju screen. Yẹn. Can you see his picture? Can you see anything on his profile? If it's showing account not found, be it showing
Nah.
block, kindly please unblock him now,
No,
please.
it's not. It
Africa
is not.
Hold on,
TV.
It is
hold on,
not.
hold on, Jeshi. Hold on, the boss man, calm down. Let me do what Aduke just said. Hold on. Let me do what she said. First, when I click on your picture, on your thing here, I see your picture. Now, when I go further, it shows me boss man. And when I click to the third.
Who is calling Africa TV? Like when you click on his profile like this, did it show all the picture he has been posted before? Ṣé rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ti post tẹ́lẹ̀? Or is not showing anything? If it's not showing anything, that means something is wrong. Either your moderator block Bossman from your live streaming the last few months.
Don't worry.
Any
Yeah.
suru Bossman Joe. African
Hey,
TV.
hold on,
Click
hold
it
on.
like
But
this.
let me explain what I just did. Show
Okay.
me, show me.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín dáadáa.
No, listen now. Ó ti show pé he was blocked. It shows he was blocked based on what Aduke just told me to do. But I never blocked you. I did not block
Moderator
you.
lè
Me and
ṣe.
you never
Moderator
had
can do
any
that.
issues. Yeah, if I could tell IT guy, hold on. But if I could tell IT guy to unblock you, èmi ni mo bá IT guy tí mo approach ẹ tí mo sọ pé bossman said you blocked him ó dẹ̀ sọ pé sorry pé òun máa unblock ẹ ó dẹ̀ unblock ẹ why would I block you? Èmi àti
Believe
ò
me,
ní
it is
issues,
moderator.
you
Bí
know,
àná ń sìn tí
even
mo lọ
àwọn tí mo ní
sọ́dọ̀
issues
Madam
pẹ̀lú gan
Adenike, the
ó
moderator
lè jẹ́
blocked me.
nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀
And
nìyẹn but
Adenike
I
was
didn't block you
saying
so
nobody block you on my platform and the moderator block. Ó máa ń rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bossman ẹ má bínú, ó yẹ unblock.
No, me
okay
Yínká
Billy,
ti bẹ̀
it's
àti
not
unblock.
kúrò ń bẹ̀ àti
it
kúrò ń
is
bẹ̀
not
jẹ́ kó
it
béèrè
is not
question.
a big deal. So and about
Eh?
African TV.
Mo ti unblock ẹ̀ ń sìn
No, no, no.
sìn bossman mo
I'm not
ti
talking.
unblock ẹ̀ ń
I'm
sìn
not
sìn
talking about that African
mo
TV
ti
thing now.
unblock.
I'm going to something else. I'm not talking about that. So regarding to Bossman doesn't want to
Oh
talk.
yeah, let's go to something else.
I see everybody has their own prerogative of doing things. Maybe you should mute your mic. There's a feedback coming from your end, Africa TV. There's a feedback coming from your hand.
Network African TV ń lag.
Yeah,
Ó ń fall
you
behind.
know, the way people do their stuff is they have their own prerogative. I have my own style of doing things. I understand what to say on social media and what not to say. I don't engage in some black hours kind of doing things. The issue of the spending that I mean, West told, I said, oh, but now whatever you have not been talking. I've always been talking. I have a job. I have some other things. I didn't depend on J for him or want to spend my entire life on J for him. I gotta to advocate when it's necessary. And then I have to also go to my work. I have to concentrate on the whatever I'm doing to. So if I give my own 2 cents on things that happened, it's not now your own prerogative to accept whatever I say, or if you don't accept it. But if you think I'm going to be keep dwelling and dwelling and repeating it over again, I don't have that time. The thing is that whatever I say, I will keep quiet at some point. If you beat they drag me, they drag you, they say that they want to steal money from spending. Didn't they drag us? Do you want me to continue to be engaging and being doing dragging? I don't have time for all that shit. Okay? The book just said that was lying on all our life. Eh? Immediately we come our response. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó parọ́ mọ́ Gorexy, whereas ọjọ́ ṣe ni. I don't have time for all this thing because, but all what I've said, it will always come out at the end of the day. Go and check out what I've said so far. But I am not going to be dealing all what is happening right now. I've said it. When I came to Lorebi platform to give you details about what happened, all what I said in that December is happening right now. It is happening right now. And that is just the way it is. I don't know what you said. I want sometimes me give you no sorrow. But when I talk, all what I said in December is happening right now. So that is it. Now back to your last question about bailing the nurse or not. We didn't bail the nurse, although we're like, should we bail them? We are bailing people based on what they told us. Is it bailable? Or do we want to bring up, if you ask me, which I've explained why we intended or why we make the move to bail spending. We bail spending because we believe that why would you arrest spending and Wumi is working? Whereas all these people did the same thing. Spending, Wumi, and the Jebami did the same thing. Why would you just arrest one person? Whereas after you introduced the nurse, you guys did not talk to the nurse now. It was Wumi that allowed the nurse to come to the house. So how the nurse got to the house, even spending did not know anything about it. According to their story and the script, it was Wumi and Didebami that brought the nurse to the house. That was the reason why we built, and based on what Spending said there, some people were saying, oh, maybe Benny just said what he said because of this and this and that, because he wants to outsmart. He does not outsmart anything. He was saying the truth. Spending was saying the truth. So, but everything about Spending changed After he came out of that place, why? Because Westo did not manage spending very well. He allowed the people from the other side, especially the lawyer that spending got ongo lawyer ongo over body because his lawyer. When I was telling him the history of that lawyer and his own story, he was shocked. Lawyer Togba is the best friend of King White. King White knows he was dealing with the others Yahoo boys before. That same lawyer that he got, who knows King White. So if you got a lawyer that has compromised, so tell me, what are you talking about? Now, if I was aware of lynching, now I want to talk about lynching now.
My question.
African TV.
Okay.
I want to talk about lynching now.
Oh, it is sọ̀rọ̀ nọ́ọ̀sì tán. Oh, it is sọ̀rọ̀ nọ́ọ̀sì.
What again?
Okay, nurse.
You said, why didn't we not bail the nurse? We didn't bail the nurse. We didn't bail the nurse.
No, báyìí ni wọ́n ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ question agent.
No, Moni, why did you intend? Why did you try to bail the nurse?
No.
What was your first instinct that made you approach the nurse?
Okay, we not approached, and we approached every one of them to get the information from them. That was what we did. All right.
Bossman, which means you people approach them, talk to them. The one that compliant to work with you people and say the facts. That was who you people built.
We before
maybe
we went there.
Is not complying with you people.
No. She did. No, she did. Hold on, just chill. What I will give you the breakdown. We went in there because number one, we did our findings. But there are some little dots that were not even dotting that we needed more clarity on. And when we went to people, we asked Prime Boy. We know that we're still looking sure Prime Boy had to get him out of that place and all that. But we asked Prime Boy. Prime Boy gave his own story. Spanish gave his own story. Nurse gave his own story. So we came back out. And then we're like, okay, this is the thing. So we're now, the dot that we were getting, Spender was able to give us a clear dot of what really happened. So we saw that Pashani, if you're going to check back in 2023, October, November, I was advocating for spending on this platform. That Oreo Jorilo now. Esheti Wumi share. Owun Dijebami share. Owun no spending share now. Okay, you guys are claiming that spending don't introduce Noswa. Nobody introduced Nos for him. He was not there according to him. That's why I said according to him, not my own word now. According to his own story, that he was not there, that he left and they called when at the time that the nurse came, he was not there. That he did not even know when they invited the nurse. All right. So why they spending the word dim? That was walking freely. Oh my Christmas, oh my enjoy our family. Spending one in Oreo Jorilo now. Keep spending not that day. And based on what spending said, and he was saying that he was going to help to do justice for Mohbad. And then what I said, okay, well, if you are going to be a witness in the house, okay, cool. Fine. And about the nurse. When they went, the nurse offered them own shackle, own everything. But we bought food for all of them. At the Prime Boy, at Spending, we bought food for them. They had. And the nurse was on one corner, and we're asking her questions. And she answered. But what we were able to get from the nurse was that what she told us, according to her, as at that time, that he met Mohbad alive. He spoke with Mohbad. According to her, all right? Mohbad spoke to me, are you the nurse? Which I have said this thing a long time ago, all right? And he said he injected Mohbad. That's according to her, the nurse. So that injection of Mohbad, well, that's an indictment, according to me. So you should face whatever you want to face because you claim you injected him. And number two, when we came back again, they started saying bad things about the nurse. That, what he bail here, what in press conference bail there that day, and one thing me, what in chorus lorry, shaking on the call. In fact, at that time, even the nurse, while we were there, Comrade was there. Team Wumi, message Prime Boy. Team Wumi, message Prime Boy. Message Spending. It was Comrade Mose that told Prime Boy, Spending, that Prime Boy, no move phone, because they were on break time, during break time. They gave them their phone at that time. So we always call when they have the break sometime, okay? Yeah. We used to call whenever they're on the break, and we're like, "Kwame Wanike, your move phone there. You prime boy, use your phone to take a screenshot of Wumi's text messages." You remember that message that Prime Boy leaked out that time? Hey, Wunmi, hey, Prime Boy, Smiley, we miss you. Liam misses you. It was because of Kwame said you. Okay, how do you think? Because what happened? Wunmi was now after that. He own delete our text messages. Own delete it, own delete it. They're trying to get to spending. They're trying to talk to spending. And you saw all the games they were playing. We saw all this thing happen in front of Kwame, and we saw that okay, these people are playing games, and that is why when we got there the last time, we saw they were saying that, oh, they were saying a lot of bad things about the nurse. The nurse, people were coming in. It's like the team with me are sending people in. They're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. Well, to us, because the nurse claimed that he injected Mohbad. And then the book, well, you are the one, according to you. So it's why you say you injected. You stay right there. And we backed off. Back in January, we wanted to go back there, and it was Craig Khan that was supposed to go. We're like, ẹ kà tẹ̀ tún lọ sọ́dọ̀ nọ́ọ̀sì yìí wò ká lọ try ẹ̀ wò náà ká tún lọ gbọ́ngàn tó tún máa sọ and all stuff like that. But unfortunately, the government, according to the story, knew that some people were coming to the cell to meet these people and all stuff like that. So they increased the security of the whole thing. And then we going back there was we didn't end up doing it. And we backed off from the whole thing. And not too long ago, the issue of money we spending happened. So that was the reason why we couldn't go back to the nurse. We did not bail the nurse based on our own testimony to us that she injected Mohbad. And it's not going to make no sense. We're supposed to bring someone that already said that he injected Mohbad. Okay, so
So,
yeah,
Prime Boy, yes, love it. Mo ní Prime Boy, boss man.
about Lenchi. Let me now say the last
èèyàn
one.
tí ì lọ
About
kò tí ì
Lenchi.
sọ intention kò tí ì sọ intention tó fi lọ approach nurse wọn fẹ́ bèlẹ̀ mi ò
Let
tí
me
ì
tell
gbọ́.
you the intention, boss man.
Oh
He
my
said the
goodness.
intention.
African TV.
Boss man, just explain. African TV. He said the intention was that how can they free DJ Bami, Tony Kigi, Igboho àti Wumi, but they left the nurse and the Prime Boy and spending there. So that was the motive. Wípé àwọn yẹn ń rìn kiri àbí àwọn tó wà nílé, and that is why I say in the comment section that that is not aligned to the justice movement. Because of that, they shouldn't have bailed any one of them.
Okay, mo ti gbọ́. So they
So
wanted to have everybody to have equal freedom. Okay, so
To be working free, and that is not justice for
they're
us, the
attacking
whole world.
Lenchi.
Kò yẹ kó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
yeah. See, because everything is
Okay.
based on the
Oh
information that
yeah, the Lenchi factor.
no, hold on. Because of what I requested, I want to clarify something. Based on what Spenny told us as at that time, we came back outside, we liberated. Okay, I mean, we discussed about this. We were like, okay, what should we do? If this guy kept on saying that, okay, he's ready to speak the truth, he's ready to say the truth to the world, Mohbad is telling him to do
I
whatever.
said that earlier. You said no. I said it's because those people they want to. They said they are going to comply with you people. That was the reason. The nurse is not complying with you people. That was the reason you left her there.
No, the nurse was
Accepted.
not even. No, the nurse did not. It's not that he did not comply.
Ó
It's
ń
because the
ṣègbéraga,
nurse.
ó ń tadido. That
No,
means
no,
he
no, no,
did not
no.
want to
That is
comply with you people.
that is a personal way of doing. I have no business with that one. The thing that made us not to look at the nurse was that the nurse, according to her testimony, she attested that she spoke with Mohbad, she met Mohbad, and she injected Mohbad, and she said Mohbad vomited. So we could not finish our investigation with the nurse based on what happened with the Westo matter because the whole thing just destabilized the whole process because the nurse said Mohbad vomited. The nurse said,
Bossman,
yes.
kó tó lọ sọ̀rọ̀ Lenchi, you said
Mm.
you were an investigator and you were doing investigation. Now you just confirmed that this lady told you she injected Mohbad, he vomited, blase blase. As an
Mhm,
investigator,
mhm.
do you believe her story or you have your doubts about her?
That day, when she said she met Mohbad alive, I was believing in also. I Now, let me tell you something what happened. I was one of the people that said that Mohbad cried on Monday. Until we went to the prison and we spoke with the nurse. And the nurse said she met Mohbad alive. I fell for it. I repeat it again. I, Bossman, fell for it. So I was holding on to that nurse so much that the nurse said she met Mohbad alive when she came. And Mohbad spoke to her. I was holding on to that word until when the nurse came out in 2024. I set someone in Panti. So whenever the nurses come there to sign in, they always tell me, because I know the time they come there. Our ego. All right? At the soju. So I was always waiting for the nurse to come to the inquest. Pé kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Wípé ibẹ̀ lẹ́yìn every matter cast though. Because the nurse was saying that what she said was like, she said, they offering me, and all that. So we were waiting for her to come up with that action. They offering me, in fact, Mohbad vomited. She was even making it to look like Mohbad was poisoned because foaming. He said there was foam in the vomit of Mohbad, which we have talked about all these things before we started hearing about the vomit of the nurse. So, there was foam in the vomit of Mohbad. And when she went to the kitchen and to the bathroom and he saw that Mohbad vomited, he saw foaming on the Mohbad. So I went to meet some nurses and doctors. I was like, what does it mean if you see foam? If the vomit is foaming? They say, okay, maybe there's something like poison in the food. So we were waiting for the nurse to come to Korea. So we were like, I was like, let the nurse come. Let the nurse come. I was waiting. I was really advocating for the nurse to come to Corona inquest. Until one day, the nurse was on the phone. I've not talked about this on social media, but I will say this. I don't care anymore about this. I want to say here. The nurse was going to the whatever to. So I got a call for someone that is around the place. He said the nurse came over, but the nurse was arguing on the phone with somebody on the other hand. And the conversation was like, so after she finished, she signed, blah, blah, blah. They attend to her. She continued with the organization, with a conversation with that person on the other hand. But they did not know who was on the other hand. But they could only listen to the conversation of the nurse saying, so fún pé bó ṣe everything ṣe máa rí leléyìí now. This thing, bí tó ti ń lọ yìí, so fún pé bó ṣe máa rí ni o. I don't have my freedom anymore. Everywhere is ginigan. I don't want to die on this matter. These are the things that they told me. So we started sitting down. Like, who could she be talking to on the other hand? Abiba boy, get you to know for one. And there have been a little bit kind of information that we were getting that maybe this guy is coming up with scripts that is like Mohbad did not die on Tuesday. It's like this guy just played us, like died on Monday. Who could she be talking to? Who was on the phone that time? Because all Rick friend Lori phone, according to the information that we got. All right. Then we're like, okay, it could be the girlfriend of Mohbad. It could be anything. Because the way she was, all paraphernalia Lori Agoni. And that's when I started saying that, you know what? I've had to take a step back from the nurse that this nurse is lying. He's not giving us the truth. And, we just withdraw from the case of the nurse.
Bossman, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who did you say told you this conversation?
You don't need to know. What should I tell you? Why are you asking me such a question? Do I look like whatever you're going to be asking you all
He
this?
said he's on the call. They are on the call, so we need lots of
Hold on. Nurse was on the
but he was on the call with nurse.
He was on the call with nurse, and then he had nurse on the other line saying this.
I was on.
Now.
No. North was on the call with somebody. There's a noise in your background, African TV. The nurse was on the call with somebody else. Okay, I had someone stationed by the panty that tells me whenever they come to sign, when spending come to sign, when primer come to sign. Because I guess on Tuesday, this is on Tuesday, every Tuesday or every Wednesday that they come to sign. So I want to know if they come to sign, Even when they did not stop coming to Panty to sign, I knew. All right. So all the
Bossman, can
time
I
when they
ask
were
you a
going
question?
for,
Finish,
let me
finish,
finish
finish.
this one, please. Let me finish. When they were coming for Lenchy, give us the nurse's number. Leave them in picture. I was just laughing because the nurse that you guys are asking for used to go to Panty to sign. So you're going to Lenchy to ask it, produce the nurse, whatever. I was like, if you guys want to see the nurse, go to Panty. You will see her there because you go every Tuesday to go sign. When the fake picture of the nurse came out, I was just laughing that look at the fake nurse that they brought out. I was laughing. Those that were close to me knew because I told them, Postman, is it the nurse? I told them, this is not the nurse. Because West have seen the nurse before. Mostly have seen the nurse before. And I have the idea of how the nurse looks like. Until
Okay,
when I
God
saw
bless.
the real picture, and when I saw the real picture of the nurse on Olorebi platform, I told my people, yes, this is the nurse. That was the picture of the nurse. I guess one what you lay and I was like, yes, this is the nurse. This is the real nurse. All those pictures of the nurse that were
Okay,
coming out were fake.
it's a fake one. Okay, God bless you, Bossman. So, my own question is, ìgbà tí Lenchi gbé picture nurse yẹn jáde, tẹ́yìn dẹ̀ ti rí nurse rí, you people might even have her picture. Why is it that pé gbogbo yín
No,
ò
we
sọ
do not
fún
have.
pé kò ń ṣe
No, we do
nurse?
not have.
Ní picture,
No,
okay, you people did not have her
yes.
picture. So why tó
I
jẹ́ pé
am not sure.
ọba arọ
Now
ló
I
ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀
hold
wá
on.
sọ fún wípé kò ń ṣe picture nurse
I
nìyẹn?
no, I do not. I don't talk to Lenche at that time. I was not in good.
Okay,
I don't talk
okay.
to
Then
spend.
mi
I
ní
don't talk
blame
to
yín fún yẹn.
Lenche at
Okay,
that
ìgbà
time.
tí Lenchi wá
So,
jáde,
but hold on.
ẹni
But
sùnà.
when they, yeah,
Okay, máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
but when they brought the picture of the nurse out, I mean, fake picture of the nurse, I start to be correct. I don't understand. I don't want people to twist this. I think I enter the Jews DM and I say, why that this? Do you think this is the nurse? I was speaking in parable that I said, well, I do not. I am not in support of you bringing the real picture of the nurse because it's going to be like a dragon. But I know that the nurse is going to come up at the coroner inquest. If they want to drag the nurse, I am not in support of that. But this is, I stand to be corrected. I'm not sure, but I'll go and check. Like I guess I enter, or maybe I was just thinking. That's why I said I stand to be corrected. That I entered at DM that I don't think this is a nurse, but I'm not sure if I did or not. I'm not sure if I did. That is
Okay,
to do the
Mr.
G,
Bossman.
not to lynch.
Bossman, when the Lenchi now brought out the nurse and he's claiming he has bailed the nurse, did you people go back and check or find out bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé
No,
is
no,
it
no. I
true
told
ṣó
you
bẹ́ẹ̀lì
that
nọ́ọ̀sì
before then.
yìí àbí kò bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀?
No, before then, I have no business with the nurse. I backed up from the nurse completely.
But you
And
people
in
can still do
January,
your
hold
investigation for
on,
you to confirm pé
hold on.
tòótọ́ ni Lenchi base the real nurse since tó ti gbé fake
It
nurse
costs
wá.
us money now. Somebody have to fly down from Abuja to Lagos
Ẹ
to
máa
do
ṣe
this.
náà ni.
We're not interested in the nurse case now.
Ní
We're not
interest
interested.
mọ́.
So what
Okay.
you're not interested? We're
Aduke,
not interested in the
I
nurse.
cannot blame you. I cannot blame you for that.
Aduke, they want to give up on the nurse at that point. Let him answer my last question. The attack on Lenchi that he bailed the nurse. Do you know for sure that Lenchi bailed the nurse? And do you support those who are attacking Lenchi, whether he did or not? Oh, do you think it's appropriate for Lenchi to be attacked on the issue of the nurse? But mo fẹ́ mọ̀ nìyẹn. And what's your position on Lenchi involvement? Thank you.
Everyone in Justice for Mohbad is not a slave to one another, to another. All right. I believe some people are matured while some people are kids. Lenchi is a grown-ass man, all right? He has his prerogative on how you want to do things. He has interest in the nurse, and he decided to do the needful, according to him. He said there's a lot of fight on the issue of Prime Boy. When they raise money from Prime Boy, I guess I heard him speak his own side of the story, why he did what he did. And and there was an issue again about money on the issue of spending. So it was like some people are trying to use this medium to steal money from the public.
God
So he
bless you for saying
decided,
that. Now, èní ni mo
he
gbà
decided,
wípé pé ẹ̀ kí n máa ń parọ́. yeah,
So
má
that
sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
he decided to key in and he decided to bail the nuts. So there was a lot of story and
Single-handedly.
yeah, yeah,
That
story.
means
Then later,
for that, bossman.
mm,
But let's give kudos to him that kò fẹ́ kí wọ́n defraud public, and he said, okay,
that was
I will do
according to
it
him.
single-handedly.
Yeah,
Is that not a
yeah,
kudos to him?
yeah,
Àbí ṣé ká
cool.
tún wà in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same scenario tá a wà nígbà spending tí gbogbo wa ń jà owó?
yeah.
We should give kudos to him.
See,
I would give
let me tell
kudos
you
to him for
something.
that.
My take on the release of something, but like I said, Lenchy he's a grown ass man. He has a reason why he wanted to bail the nurse. All right. So I guess he made a little bit of mistake. And it could be a mistake or no mistake at all, in the sense that African TVs. Now, when they wanted, I don't know, I guess the legal team wanted to, because I called they did you one time, and that is when I stopped dealing with Lenchy, they did you, and other stuff like that. So around in March 2024, there was a need to get the nurse contact. I don't talk to Lenchy. I've never spoken to him. Till date, I've not spoken to him before. So the time I was supposed to do whether was when they said they were coming to the US, and I was like, okay, I flew down. But by the time I got to the US, they already left. But I came to where they were, other part of Kurumbe, to the White House, and they already left, which I called trading. I guess trading Ubis was the person I called. I was live with Lagatatu. But how people to Kurumbe, my deba, to Kuro, they've left to go to the New York, stuff like that. That was the day I was supposed to make lunch and all that. Now, the legal team were trying so hard to get the access. The guests they want to write a letter to invite the nurse to the coroner inquest. So when they try so all means, and I was like, well, let me use my own role to see if I can, if I could talk to Lenchy. If Lenchy can, since he was the one who bailed the nurse, that maybe he has contact. Because when we bailed all these people, we had the contact. All right. We did not have the picture.
Bossman, you said he was the one who bailed the nurse. You said you wanted to
Based,
get hold of Lenchy.
yeah, I wanted to call
Do you,
Lenchy. Yeah, I
do you
wanted to.
have evidence that Lenchy bailed the nurse? Yes or no? Do you know for a fact?
Based on what he said, that he single-handedly paid money to bail the nurse. Now he's out there. Now he said it. Now I heard him say it.
Okay, so you're saying Lenchy claimed that he bailed the nurse.
Yes. Now,
All right. Mo ti gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ gbọ́.
yeah.
Continue. Thank you.
So he said it. So how the amount that they use, I don't know. Later I said hearing 20 million, clinical million. I have no problem with that. But one thing I know is that okay, if it is Lenchy that bailed the nurse, and the legal team were trying to get the access to the nurse, contact address of the nurse, and there was no means to give her a substitute means to invite her to coroner inquest. That's okay. At least Entoba Bailey. And they a little bit of information about it. So I decided, okay, what can I do? So I requested for the deduced number, and I called the deduce, and I had a kick round to that call. Well, all because I was looking for the address of the nurse. I guess
Bossman, if na you,
the,
you go give the address. After all, they have dragged him. Even before you want to
no,
get
no,
to the nurse, they have dragged him. You know TikTok.
I
If
was
na
not,
you, sure you go give the space.
I am not involved in the dragging. I was coming on the neutral ground. I don't do the dragging thing. If you don't come for me, I don't come for you. Even if you come for me, sometimes I'll respond to you if the person makes sense. But if you are an entity, I don't respond to you. Okay, I only respond when it's needed. I don't drag back and forth with whatever. I don't have time for that shit. You know. So I only did that based on okay, host and host. Okay, he's a front runner of justice from Mohbad. Okay, let's go. And I approached BDG. I was trying to make her to understand, and she was like, "If they want the number of the nurse, let them go." That's it rough for me. I left the phone. I later left the phone because I came on the neutral ground. I was not an enemy. I was just trying to work out. I was just doing something for justice Mohbad, thinking that according to what the legal team wanted to do, that maybe, although what did they do was quoting was right, that, oh, the magistrate said the nurse will come at the last meeting after they present the results. But we cannot wait. Maybe you don't know the kind of game or whatever strategy that the legal team also wanted to do by getting access to the nurse. Maybe they were able to get her to coroner inquest as of that time instead of waiting that long time. So I tried to explain all this thing to DJ, but she didn't understand. She turned everything to fracas and I left. And that was my last time, my first time and last time ever speaking to her. And I never even bothered to talk to Lenchi. And I back up from the whole thing. So you can never see me. I didn't join them. But for those that
So,
were dragging Lenchi,
go ahead.
those that were dragging Lenchi, see, everyone has their own. We have educated people in justice for Mohbad. We have illiterate and semi-illiterate. See, we have Omalata and Molipo on justice for Mohbad. You can't get. We have people that do fracas in justice for Mohbad, and that is fracas that actually mess up this thing. Dragging people, even dragging Wumi, dragging all of them is not the way for until except you are doing proper analysis of the whole case. That is what we're supposed to be doing. But they turn everything to fracas. Oh, yeah, we have some international people that were interested in this case, but when they turn the whole thing to fracas, they back out. Nobody wants to stay in a platform where they were just causing people. It doesn't make no sense. It's no longer educative anymore, and people just got lost interest in it. So they turn everything to fracas. I backed out. So for those that were dragging Lenchi, they have their own personal agenda. I cannot tell them what to do or what not to do. Whereas when Me Too, when I have a case with Prime Boy about suspending, didn't they drag me? Even people that don't even know the story of how the whole thing of spending came about, they were supporting Resto now. Until now that Hanifa started saying the real truth. And all what I said still remained the same. People were calling me Ole now. And I was like, 3.5 million. I have spent more than that in justice for Mohbad, my own personal money. I know what I've done. I've done things that we thought was going to work out, but it did not work out. Owo de jono. Owo jono. And because we failed, we cannot come back to the public to say it. So many other things like that. But these people said that our Afek Bawula was spending. I faced the war by myself. So I do not know whether we ever have issue with Lenchi. Making that ninja. And that was just the case. So for Komi, and at a point, I have tried to settle the fight between Lagata and Lenchi. And let me tell you something. Let me just speak my mind, my own take on Lenchi. Africa TV. Let me just pause right there. Africa TV, have I answered the prayer, our question?
Yeah. I've heard you. I'll let somebody else take a go at it, and I'm
Yeah.
listening. Well explained.
So,
But you were rude to me a minute ago, but me only beja. My friend Sarah.
when was that rude to you?
You were rude when I asked you
Ẹ ti tún
about.
bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn ti
Irọ́
sọ
mi
má
ò
Hold on,
bínú,
hold
bẹ̀rẹ̀.
on, hold
a
on.
ti
We're just
bẹ everybody.
Adùkẹ́ jẹ́ parí ẹ̀jọ̀ èmi gan wà ní meeting báyìí. When I asked you who spoke to the nurse, I don't have to tell you who are you for me to tell
yeah.
you. That was
Oh
rude.
yeah.
That was
Sorry.
rude.
Do
O máa
you
ra
know?
o máa rẹ́ anything kan fún mi.
Do you know why I sound like it? Sometimes when the way people construct their words matters. Let me tell you something, African TV. If you are not careful, if you don't know how to lay down your words, people are going to twist. They will twist what you say. All right. I saw that you were trying to dip hand into my mouth, and that is why you don't see me online anymore. Okay.
Ṣọmọ question tẹ́mi bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. I asked you because I want to clear your name from I don't want to say.
My name is not my name is never now my name was never destroyed in justice for Mohbad
No,
African
I
TV.
didn't say destroy. Clear
I
from
know. No.
ambiguity.
Okay, yeah. Okay, African TV. I know.
Let me engage. I'm in a
So,
meeting. Let somebody else
so
engage. I will leave here in 2 minutes.
Bossman. So, my own question to you is still that I want to be. I believe 100% that what Spending told you when you people want to bail him is not what Spending say when he came out, which means he lied to you and you have said it in your words, and he also manipulates you. Fine. According to Prime Boy too, there is magomago in that. Okay, ẹ fẹ́ sọ fún mi pé
No,
spending sọ
no,
tó tọ́ fún yín
no,
kò dẹ̀ change ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀.
no,
Why tẹ ṣe
no,
wá jà? Why tẹ ṣe
no,
ní
no, no, no,
problem
no.
pẹ̀lú spending?
Listen. The problem for spending now. We back off
Till
from
date
spending when Westo
pẹ̀lú Queen.
hold on, when Westo come up with listen now. I don't even know what the hell Queen is. Okay, Queen just spring up from nowhere around March or February last year and started claiming that he's the godmother of spending. We could give a shit. Where was she when we went to the prison to be bailing spending? Almost go to spending that our public. Queen no now. Public bail this guy out. Bail. I just told you reason why we did that. In good intention.
You are
They
yeah. I
see,
understand.
see what spending said. What oh my god. What spending said that day was nothing but the truth. Spending changed his mouth after he
When he
came
came
out
out,
of prison.
nǹkan tí mi sọ nìyẹn boss man.
No,
Ó
you
ti
did not
change
put it well.
ọ̀rọ̀
You
ẹ̀.
did not put it well. Yes, so to change it, that was the problem. Because number one, what we did with spending was not under oath. Westo Deka plan based on his own greed.
Ẹ jẹ́ ẹni
Because
ṣòwò náà
we
ẹ jẹ́ ká
said,
sọ̀rọ̀ spending gangan. Mo mọ̀ pé
Mhm.
Westo ṣe a lot tí ò dáa
No,
Arifa.
yeah,
Tẹ́ bá ti ń
that
dárúkọ
is why he
Westo ẹ̀
did.
máa dárúkọ Arifa. Both of them not just nǹkan tí ò dáa towards you people
Arifa
then.
was not in Arifa was not in the picture. Westo is a person that we dealt with
Okay.
directly. Arifa was
Arifa wá
only
fún energy,
defending Westo.
ó fún lágbára
Exactly. So
láti fi
he
dá
will
gbogbo
go to
ẹ̀rú.
yeah, exactly. Which he
Accepted.
came, Arifa has even gone to Yekudi, which he
Tó
has
bá wu
told the Yekudi
Arifa
the
kó fẹnu
role
gbolẹ̀
he
báyìí,
plays.
kó larí mọ́lẹ̀ báyìí, kó bẹ̀bẹ̀, kò
Do
lè
you,
lọ,
do you
kò
know
lè
what
jẹ́
happened?
lọ.
Hold on.
Mohbad ṣì máa
Do you know
dájọ́ ẹ̀.
what? Do you know what he did? What happened? Weston lied to Arifa, lied to Perkins. When for the first time I came to Arifa platform, Arifa Shemi Yaba Yaba now. Go and watch that video. It was the
Ó
gang up.
drag yín náà tó
Whereas,
ní tó bá bí ẹ dá so Yèyé Kúdí àti
Mhm,
Bosman tó drag yín gan tó ní
mhm,
kẹ́ wá wọn bí ń da kẹ́ wá béèrè owó kankan. Mo
mhm.
mọ̀ gbà yín, I have
So
everything. I was in the picture.
when he now calmed down, and I was Abes Nigbe Kinijade fun. Well, now, I don't know about this. So I don't know about this. Weston only told Arifa what Arifa wanted to hear, which Arifa now later regretted that he was defending, which everyone is also guilty of that.
Regret
Two
yẹn
people,
Mohbad ṣì máa nà lẹ́gbàsẹ̀ kò lè jẹ́ lọ. No
when two people are
forgiveness.
fighting, instead of them to listen to the other, because there's always two sides to a coin. So it's always two
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
sides to a story. I gave it that day. Mo gbé evidence of how Westro was collecting money from one woman. Only pay èlò ló gbà, èlò ní 15K. But they don't know that if she could do that thing to that person, that's how he has been doing to people. They will tell him, give us Baba Mohbad's account. He will send his own bank account to that person. They turn it to water. I know what? And
Okay.
that's what the mind of these people
And
are
true.
backed up from
It's
their
true.
case. So if you
So
could do that to
Bosman, one
that
thing I
woman,
am now saying is that
Mhm.
a máa blame gbogbo public láti fi bail prime boy àti spending. Tó bá continue láti máa blame Lenchi fún ipò bail nurse. What if wípé
hold on.
nọ́ọ̀sì gan ẹni
Nobody,
sùúrù
no,
ẹ jẹ́
hold
sọ
on. Let
kínní.
me, permit
Mi sọ
let
pé
me say
ẹ̀yin,
this.
I'm talking to
Nobody
the
has the
public right
right.
now.
Nobody has the freaking right any day, anytime to bail Lynching for bailing the nuts. I repeat, nobody has the freaking right. Sometimes when I want to support Lynching does not give me the room to even talk and talk because if we
Ẹ
turn
jẹ́ kó
everything,
handle ẹ̀ bó ṣe mọ nǹkan tí
everything.
ẹ handle nìyẹn. Ẹ fílẹ̀ kó máa
So,
ṣe
man,
gbẹ̀gẹ́ bó ṣe mọ̀ handle
two,
nìyẹn.
two. See, I was really mad because the issue of spending and Westo, whatever, really dent my image. But one thing I know is that I am too big for me to be going on social media and be battling with some hungry street people on the street. I don't have time for all that shit. What I'm trying to say in essence is that once you know that you are saying the truth, relax. The truth will be by itself. It will find the way to people's that, and people will say the truth by themselves. If you can
That's
tell me
true.
Mojo see now, the truth of West Coast started revealing by
That's
itself.
true.
I
But
went to, do you know
money
what? Do you know
spending.
what? Let me explain something. There's a scenario that happened when the name of Yes and Amen came about. That day, we were on the Yekudi's phone platform. And while I was on Yekudi's platform, we were talking about spending. Yekudi was angry because spending ought to change, ought to twist his story to so. So Yekudu was angry. I was started regretting what we paid money for and all that to get him out of the place. So now somebody now called me and said, "Boss man, do you know the person that came to act like spending sister was not spending sister? Is yes and amen." I swear to God, I've never heard of yes and amen in my life. I don't know who she is. But somebody called me, I won't mention the name of that person, but a prominent member of Justice for Mohbad. And I said, okay. So I was on Yekudi's live when I got that call. And I said, okay. And I said that I just got a call from a reliable source telling me now that the person that came to act as the spending sister was not spending sister. The person go by the name Yes and Amen, and everywhere went gaga. They said, Bossman said Yes and Amen was the person that acted like spending. Whereas what I said was that I had an intel that the person that acted as spending sister was not spending sister, and you person go by the name Yes and Amen. Does that mean that I was the one who said it? English is the problem. They said I was saying that Yes and Amen. Whatever. And the next thing, there was a lot of stuff going on social media saying that I said Yes and Amen. Can you see how I said people really they are so tense to always twist your story. If you are not careful, you will twist your story around and around and around and around. So people have to be careful of what they say on social media.
At the
And
end
that
of
is
the day,
it.
bossman, at the end of the day, èmi feel like ipe so bossman, can you be fair or be bold enough? Like when they're dragging Lenchi, will you be proud of you saying pé gbogbo wa la ma blame ara wa for getting involved and bailing any of them àti prime boy, àti spending, àti bami, àti gbogbo wọn? Will you be proud and say that pé gbogbo wa la jẹ̀bi for bailing any one of them?
There is a like a
Kò ń ṣe wípé kí wọ́n
you
tó
should ask me.
involve nínú blame ẹnìkan kò tún máa drag ẹni
No,
tó involve in blame ẹnìkan. We all should blame ourselves in the case
no.
of bailing anyone.
Everybody is blaming. Everybody is blaming the people that bail whoever they bail based on the current situation that we have right now. Can you feel me?
Eh,
Do you feel me?
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni torí
It
pa
was
ti padà
due to
mú
the
tọrọ
present
gbogbo wọn
situation.
parọ́ fún wa náà.
Yes, exactly. So that is why people are blaming. But if you ask me back then, I will do it over and over again to bail spending, because if you are looking for justice, you have to look for justice. You don't have to be partial. All right. What we
We
did
should
was
not
that
blame spending too. Stop saying you blame spending over and over. Ẹ má máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́.
no nǹkan tó sọ
Nítorí pé
ó
kí ni
ní òun
no
òun lè blame òun lè bail over and over. Is that not what you said?
that is not
bail,
make
yes.
sense.
Yeah, òun lè bail
No,
ẹ̀.
that
So
is
that means
destruction. That
Not
is
blame.
that means pé
destructing justice, àbí?
lẹ́ǹtì náà lè bail us over and over again.
Of course. Now,
So
let
why?
you have the right. Let you have the right. Nobody can blame Lenty. But I
So
can't control people on what
African
people
TV,
say.
I disagree with both of you. We should
Oh,
not
yeah.
even blame any of them. It's obstructing of justice. tó bá
Why?
jẹ́
How is it up?
tẹ́ bá lọ
Okay.
google search meaning justice dada, these people are under the police custody. Kí ló kàn wá? Wọ́n ti get ara wọn involved in murder. Wọ́n pààyàn. Africa TV ẹjọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ náà, ẹni sùúrù ẹjọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ náà. The boss man o, tí ó bá ṣe pé country wa tó corrupt, do you think pé ní Asia country lẹ́lẹ́bẹ̀ yẹn ọlọ́pàá lè mú anybody tó surround ara wọn that they are accomplice àbí báwo náà ṣe sọ òyìnbó yẹn to when they find somebody? Do you think public kankan ní right láti lọ ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe yẹn? Ẹ fẹ́ ṣe
Okay,
investigation fúnra
hold
lára
on.
yín, ẹ fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan. It is obstructing of justice. Gbogbo wa la
Hold on.
obstruct justice,
Pause.
including me bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé mi ìwà involved.
Hold on. Also, I beg you. Just hold on. I want to ask you a question. African TV, can you mute? There's a noise in your background. African TV, mute. Thank you, sir. Host, let me tell you something. I want to ask you some psychological question. If you, on the whole story of justice for Mohbad, on the story of Mohbad, if you were to be a guy of police, who is the prime suspect?
Wumi,
Number one. Okay.
nurse, spending, àti spending. Wumi nurse àti spending. In fact, mo lè include àdúrà mọ́ gan. In fact, gbogbo wọn ni máa kọ́kọ́ kó gan. Until tí wàá gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu gbogbo wọn.
Now, thank you.
Prime Boy statement to accuse Wumi.
Thank you.
So go ahead.
Thank you. Now you answer half of my question. Now the thing is this. When we realized that you people did not arrest Wumi, and we went there to do our own normal civil investigation that we were doing. All right? That is what we're just doing. That, okay, let us, so that it's not going to look like we're hearing them say. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Okay?
Still,
And when
that
we
does
got
not
there,
justify us blaming them because Wumi
hold on. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
So when we got there, they arrested Prime Boy. Prime Boy was not even in the house the time that Mohbad cried. Penny was in there. All right? According to him, ó fún wọn ní nọ́mbà ni. Àwọn tó wá fún nọ́mbà tóun dẹ̀ ó kàn fún wọn, ó ní òun try nọ́mbà yẹn lórí fóònù òun. Nọ́mbà ò lọ. Òun wá ní bókè bí fóònù ló ní problem. Òun ní tóun try lórí nọ́mbà DJ Bami. Kò lọ náà. Òun dẹ̀ lọ. Ó dẹ̀ ní bókè tóun dẹ̀ lọ. Àwọn ló wá lọ ń pè òun àti DJ Bami àti Wùmí ló ń pe nurse kiri and all stuff like that. And now you now arrested him and you left the two people out there. Tell me, is that not partial?
It is not partial because they have family. Our colleague, the public are not their family. Why are we so particular and show around? They have their family. Their family should go and show want to bail our cover. Public for us be saying because they bail because no, that does not justify going and be doing bailing
you were talking like this, and this is the fact. Let me tell you, you are acting like this because everything fell apart. That is why you are now talking like this. As I say, when you want to do
it
things,
will surely fall apart. Shemo reason.
It will not fall apart. It will
treat wọn with concrete brief àbí wait. Báwo ló ṣe sọ òyìnbó yẹn? Kálá ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀sùn. Kálá ti fi wọ́n lẹ̀ kọ́lọ́pàá fìyà jẹni tí ò mọ̀ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni bọ́yọ́ máa jẹ́wọ́. Nítorí pé blame ká ní wọ́n bá dé pride wọn ní right wọn ni. Bọ́yọ́ máa ti jẹ́wọ́ máa sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Àwọn fẹ́ fìyà jẹ mí ni omi mọ̀ ń pa ẹ o. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí o. Ẹ má tì mí mọ́lẹ̀, ẹ má fi DJ Bami ló pa o. Kò ń ṣe mi mo pa o. DJ Bami ló pa. But you have àti lọ free o.
But hold on.
No. That's obstructing of justice.
I don't think so. Do you know that they already gave them a bail that pay cover bail one? It's just that there was no money for them to bail that.
Our public is just family one.
If you no, we came with good intention, based on what we heard.
Good intention by touching any of them. Come and baby, ogi wọn máa pé. Ṣèbọn láti bail wọn tó ti fall apart fún wa yẹn.
That is right, because they fall apart. That is why you're saying that. That's just a fact, okay? That's what I want to let you know. And like I said, everybody has the right of it's their own prerogative to blame any to put blame on anyone. All right, it's your own. Nobody can blame you for that.
No. Everybody did not have the right to blame one person.
You like I said, you can blame anybody. I said you can blame anybody. You can blame me too. It's your own prerogative.
Not everybody that have the right. Me now, I did not surrounded myself. I am not involved in bailing any of them. 5 naira me if you see like that if you bail one. The only place tí mo sọ pé mo lè ní 5 naira mi is Baba Mohbad money, Baba Mohbad account. But when it's come to bailing everybody, so somebody like me, I have the right. Torí me involve ara mi ṣe. Ṣé wá káwọn ẹni tó involve ara wọn in bailing one and not bailing one, and they should not be blaming another person that blame. You that you are supposed to be blamed, you are still blaming somebody. Somebody like àwọn òbèrè tó ń tẹ̀lé làgàtà kiri, àwọn arífà àǹkó kọ́ máa jáàgì lẹ́ǹchì fún yín pé wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀lì nọ́ọ̀sì. Ní wọ́ọ̀dù arífà àtàwọn làgàtà tó yẹ ká náà yín pàkápá yín justice for Mohbad, ẹ wá blame ẹlòmíì. Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kan náà ni gbogbo yín dáadáa. So what right no ní tó fi máa blame ẹnìkan? Only if you did not involve yourself in that bailing. But if you involve yourself in any bailing, this justice for Mohbad, ọmọ wọn máa lọ sí tán bá drag ẹnìkan tán bá fara wọn lẹ̀, ẹbí wọn máa lọ sí. In fact, ilé máa jó, olè máa jà, a máa ṣe fracas yẹn tá a máa fi kú ni. I swear to God Almighty. And that is the fact people need to get straight. Ìwọ tí wọn náà blame èèyàn, ó wá ń drag lẹ́ǹtì ipò bail ẹnìkan. Ṣé àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ sì tún gbá tẹ̀lé ẹnìkan? No, ó yẹ ká pa àwọn méjèèjì ni. Okay, lẹ́ǹtì ti bail nurse, ẹ jẹ́ ká pa. Westo were involved in bailing Prime Boy, a máa pa àwọn náà. bó ṣe yẹ kó jẹ́ 50, it is as if when we are dragging Guresi and we leave
Do you
Lagata tó ń
do
jọ
you
ṣiṣẹ́
know?
papọ̀ alone.
What is wrong is wrong. Okay, because
Thank
like I
you.
said, people that were dragging Lenchi, they are dragging Lenchi because they wanted Lenchi. They were trying to push Lenchi to drop the number. I mean, the picture of the nurse so that they could drag the nurse as well. That was why they were dragging
Okay,
Lenchi. Because,
at the
yeah,
end of the day, àwa find out wípé
Bosman,
fake picture
I
gan-an
give
fún
you a
Lenchi.
different
That
narrative.
means they
I give you a
manipulated
different.
Lenchi. He's not
I
supposed to
give
be
you a
billing.
different
Fake
narrative.
picture náà fún.
Why they are dragging Lenchi ẹjọ. Ẹ gbà mí 2 minutes. Mo ti dákẹ́ fún yín. First, they are dragging Lenchi because they know from the beginning they want the nurse to take the fall and to create the narrative of the nurse as the guilty party. They needed to drag anybody that had anything to do with the nurse.
No,
It is
ìtorí
so
pé mọ̀
plain.
pé Lenchi block oúnjẹ wọn according to somebody in the comment section. Because if Lenchi did not bail the nurse single-handedly, they would have used it to defraud the public to accept or not. Kí lẹ wá ń blame spending fún? Ó tún ṣe single-handedly. And the excuse Lenchi gave was that I don't want them to use that nurse bail to defraud the public, which is
yeah, that's what
fact.
I said. That's what I heard him say. So, like I
Ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ wọ́n
said,
sì Bosman, ẹ̀yin rí wípé nǹkan tí nọ́ọ̀sì ti ṣe kíní kan ẹ fi sílẹ̀, ẹ clean ara yín, but another person can still stand up and go and use it to
anybody,
defraud the public.
yeah. Well, were we not defrauded? We were defrauded.
Yes.
Now. Westo use spending to defraud us. Westo use the spending. Spending knows about it to Ojo Mosini because we told spending after the money. He said that yeah, that was my sister. That was what spending said. Only for us to hear that thing. I have the recording. I posted the recording of NT spending.
Even me, I want to believe that nurse father manipulated the same spending tó single-handedly kówó lẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ wípé public ló bá involve ni, báwọn nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn náà ṣe máa defraud wa náà ni. They also defraud Lenchi too. Because ìgbà tó kówó sílẹ̀ fún yín tán, kò bá jẹ́ 5 naira ló kówó sílẹ̀. Ìgbà tó kówó sílẹ̀ fún yín tán, you people still give him the fake picture. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò sí Nàìjíríà. Assuming Lenchi allow the public to get involved, they would defraud the public more. Ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Lenchi. Single-handedly, they defraud him.
At the time when they were dragging Lenchi, the thing is, I was expecting Westo to say something because he was there. He has been to Panti several times with spending matter. Yeah, if they go to Panti, the picture of the nurse is there. I mean, they will see the nurse right there because the nurse will still stay in Panti.
You okay? Boss my agent wa ṣàlàyé fún yín. But Lenchi said he's in USA or àbí UK ló wà ní. He cannot come on his own. Kó tó di ipò wá time ti kọjá. But he gave ẹ máa gbọ́ o. Wọ́n wá fún Perkins lówó.
I am not blaming Lenchi.
Ẹni sùúrù mo tẹ̀ tún fẹ́
Lenchi at
ṣàṣírí
all.
mi fún yín. Mo mọ̀ pé ẹ blame ẹ̀ káwọn ẹlòmíì tán blame Lenchi wà bí wọ́n gbọ́. Mo mọ̀ pé Lagata wà bí pẹ̀lú fake account. The boss man, they now give Perkins money to go to the house and go and get the after ìgbà tí wọ́n ti drag Lenchi for fake picture ni. He now gave Perkins money to go to their house and go and get the nurse picture, real picture. When Perkins now got there, the nurse sister now give Perkins another money for him not to get the real picture of the nurse to Lenchi and not to go and expose it, because Lenchi finally want to investigate and get the real picture, and he also spend money for them not to get that picture. The nurse sister now bribe Perkins.
You see
date,
African TV.
Well, for Lenchi the picture.
You know that this doesn't got our public no man that's low for you because the public always, I don't know, they're always with their emotions. The public always in their emotion because what happened on the surface is totally different from what happened in the background. Because I do not know why because that time when they were dragging Lenchi, they were dragging, according to me, I might be wrong, I stand to be corrected, that they were dragging Lenchi basically because they wanted Lenchi to release. They were so interested in the picture of the nurse because they wanted to drag the nurse. They wanted to drag her out of her hole, after the rat hole, to drag her. That was the intention of all that. That was like the intention. So I was like, If I were to be Lenchi at that time, I am not going to release the picture of the nurse. All right, because it's going to be dragging because we don't not dragging is not needed in this case of justice for Mohbad. That is why you never see me. I've never cursed
ṣé
Wumi out.
bẹ́ni
I've
tó bá
never said
tiẹ̀ ní
anything
real
out.
picture ni ẹni tí ò ní real
All right.
picture wọ́n fẹ́ kó fáwọn ní full
People
details nọ́ọ̀sì ni
people
káwọn lè
did
turn
not
ni upside
know.
down.
Let me give the public a little bit of um soft landing. That time, Ojere Ejele, everybody were right. People do not understand that Lenchi cannot tell them that not because they believe that you base someone and you tell them that you have not seen before. Me too. I've been spending that I've not seen before. But it's just that I was putting my own weight in thumb rate.
Just that you work with
All right.
good people. Somebody like
Yeah.
Awente work with
I
are
was
good
putting,
people.
yeah. So even when they
Uh-huh.
were dragging Lenchi, I knew that the picture that was out there was not enough. I was just laughing. But because I was like, these people that are dragging Lenchi, they just want to drag the nurse. I am not in support of them dragging the nurse because things is going to come the right way it's supposed to. Dragging cannot give us the problem, the solutions.
Till date,
Now,
they are
those that
still
were not
dragging him.
dragging, those that
And
were
everything was a
dragging
lie.
Lenchi, this is what I believe that started the dragging. Number one, they want to know, they want to drag the nurse. And number two, maybe Lenchi and some other people, they had issues. Because I later heard that, Lenchi told some people, Lenchi told, I heard, this is not me, this is not my own account, okay? I heard that Lenchi told some people or was boasting that he single-handedly bailed the nurse and that he used 20 million to bail the nurse. And some people were like, how can you say you make 20 million to bail the nurse if they only use 20 million to bail Naira Marley and Samilari? Who the heck is the nurse that you are going to use 20 million to bail? And
I
why,
don't know.
you see? And then some people started doing the investigation. So they now found out
Okay.
that, let's just, hold on. So they now said, then she's upon for 20 million blame. Is now that they said it was now boasting that Olowolo, that is the real narrative as at that time that he used 20 million. People said you were wrong passe. For 20 million bail dust and another. That was the beginning of some fracas. How the fracas started that how can you say you use 20
The
million to
question
bail the
lọ́wọ́
nurse?
Bosman question fún ẹ question fún ọ
Mm-hmm.
sọ fún madam
Mm-hmm.
kan fún ẹ ní charger Bosman, you see, give to Caesar what is Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
You have had a lot of engagement in this movement. You have worked with people during the mischievous moments that has delayed justice. I'm going to ask you bluntly, what are your intentions now? How can you correct the wrongs that you have seen, the wrongs that happened around you, and the future of justice for Mohbad? Mo ti bèrè nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ bèrè, ṣó yẹ Bossman?
Yeah.
Turn it on.
All right. Can you mute on your hand, African TV? African TV. I'm just a normal person like every other person here. We all came to Justice for Mohbad based on why we are here. We all gathered here because of I am here because of you, the way you guys also gathered here. I'm just like every other person. There's nothing special about just Bossman. I was just only interested in seeking justice for Mohbad. Yes, I have been around things. There are a lot of policy that has happened. There are some endorsement that I've endorsed that do not work out. Like I said, you can blame me, you can blame you, we can blame every other person. Everybody out there, everybody in Justice for Mohbad, we should be that portion blame. I can say that all what I've done, like I said, there are some things that myself you could regretted. That there are some information that we were bringing out that we shouldn't have blocked it, we shouldn't have brought anything out back then. Because at that time, as we are speaking right now, I know that Tim Wumi are here. To me. Some came with fake accounts and all stuff like that. When you bring out too much information, people on the other hand will use your information to fight against you. But there's some stuff we brought out that day that we should have even brought out and see how everything's going to look like. But we never knew that a whole thing is going to be like this. All right. But the thing is, seeking justice does not mean we should have to be dragging with me. I'm not in support of that. We are seeking justice. Some people are dragging Liam. I've partake in the if you say that, boss man, do you agree that you can be blamed in the area of justice for Mohbad? I will tell you yes, but there's an explanation on it. So if you blame me, I will blame you because every member of Justice for Mohbad partake in the collapse of this Justice for Mohbad. All right, but me, I don't bully people. I only say what I know. But about Wumi, I don't drag Wumi. So I can only defend myself. But if you say that I was wrong in some areas, I accept. But there's going to be an explanation for that. I accept with explanation. So I've worked with people that I regret ever working with Westo. Oh my goodness, I respect Baje. And why? It was who introduced Westo to me. It was some people on Facebook. Oh, there's a guy on TikTok, Bossman is Westo. And I've been on Westo's with another person's account. All right. And I thought if I did not do my background check, because if I've done my background check, I'm not always convinced on TikTok at that time. If I've been on TikTok at that time, I understand what was going on TikTok. Maybe I will never even give Westo the chance. Do I regret ever dealing with Westo? Yes. If you should ask me today, the person that stopped me from getting whatever, I will hold Westo and Bukky Jesse accountable. Because the day Westo was brainwashing the public that we were going to go and collect money from spending and the whole whatever stage that Bukky Jesse did with Westo, that was because of gang fighting. Because they're trying to gang fight in Yekudi to discredit Yekudi's anything Yekudi is bringing out. Because Westo wants to become a monopoly. If this thing is not coming from her, it will not come from any other person. That's what Bukky Jesse did using Westo. So I will hold Westo.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. You mentioned Yeye Kudi. I've never talked about her, but I'll talk about
I
her
know.
now because you mentioned that a few times. When I look at Yeye Kudi, I see intelligence. I see a matured woman. But
Boss.
when the heat was on, I was disappointed in her position. You see, the biggest mistake that all of us have made in this movement. The biggest mistake is familiarizing with people, with total strangers. And I can flog myself a billion times for that. Familiarizing with every Dick and Harry, believing them because of death. You know, death happens to all. And we all took away our senses and we believed the sweetest, the best liar. Like you said, Westo, I didn't want to talk about him, you know. So for me, Yeye Kudi fell or fall my hand. One day she did analysis about me with regards to the Oriyomi factor and Baba Mohbad, and I'm like, wow. I was very bitter. I'm like, how could you come across
I
so
know.
intelligent and then you now accept such a gullible lie from
I know.
people? But again, me, I've learned to forgive. Listen, let's try this. I've learned to move on, knowing that we all made that mistake. We all trusted one another. Remember, it was like a movement. Everybody came in, but subtly we started seeing the fraud.
African
Is it
TV.
my
To
network?
Okay.
fight, so that we need to learn to fight to win, because now we know that mischief is amongst us. For me, you
Sẹ̀lẹ̀,
can't tell
I
it.
hope
You can't.
gbogbo ẹ̀ máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. 'Cause ìgbà yẹn lẹ̀ ní gbàǹsì báyìí Sẹ̀lẹ̀. Ẹ má bínú African TV.
African TV. African TV. Are you there? African TV.
Yeah, I'm here,
If you
Jerry.
if you should say that you are mad at or you're angry at Yekudi or disappointed, you're 100% right. Okay, because you yourself, you know that how you were kicked out from
I'm
the
here. Go ahead,
management of Baba Mohbad.
Bossman.
You yourself, you know that how you were kicked out from the management of Baba Mohbad. You know it was a gang up, right? You know. I mean, African TV. African TV, are you there?
He's on call.
Yeah.
He's on
Because
call.
how you got fired. I witnessed everything like this and the paperwork and all stuff like that. All what Yekudi said was what she was told. All right. And me, I have a reason why I don't talk about you, African TV. Because when you came up, see, everybody has done one or two things in the past. I don't know why we have to continue to be stretching something. I am not 100% right. I'm not a righteous man. And at the same time, I fight my battle where I know I feel win. If I drag with you or whatever, I go because I have some other things. I don't have time. All those charlatans on social media, I don't have time for all this bullshit. People just want to do fracas. They just want to do fracas. I don't have time for it. So people want to use Justice for Mobile to make money. When they engage, they introduce fracas into it so as to pull up crowd. I don't have time for it. Let's analyze this matter of
Bossman.
Justice for Mobile and we go our different ways. Now, if you talk about Yekudi, I understand Yekudi's stand, African TV. But you know that everybody, Loni, the shock absorber, mostly they take insults. Yekudi has been insulted, been lied upon. Baba Mohbad also joined them in lying upon. I told you that last year, before I finally went away with Baba Mohbad, the day we found out the money in the GoFundMe, put this on and Baba Mohbad, láti gbọ́. Amy, Comrade Moses, àti Deblinks, our lórí ago, we grill
Hold on,
Baba
kí ló
Mohbad.
ló sọnù? Kí ló ló sọnù?
GoFundMe now, when they touch the money in the GoFundMe. Now we found out now. Our only one in booking they decided best it now. That's why they were dragging Bossman now, because we found out.
Ṣówó
That was
go
when
for mi sọnù ni? Ṣówó go for mi sọnù ni?
that was when they touched the money in the GoFundMe. They said they touched the money in the GoFundMe, and Baba Mohbad claimed that they only have just 50,000 naira in the account as at that time when we heard it. That is why I told you if he. So I guess when I gave Baba Mohbad an assignment, that he's ready to do accountability. I don't want to bore you with all those stories, but you should know that some people have some gangs, colourful gangs protecting Baba Mohbad, which I was once in that category, but I don't talk to Baba Mohbad as needed. I only call him whenever information, because Baba Mohbad lies a lot. Because I don't just drag him outside, but I call him on the phone and I challenge him. Why, Baba? Why are you saying this? Especially when he came out to say that Mohbad, and I brought out a picture. I said, and then Mohbad. And he changed the story again.
Okay, but Bossman, let's go to current affairs. Today in J4M. I saw a post today. One lady saying DNA has been done, Wunmi has been exonerated, blase, blase, blase. Now, I know DNA is not supposed to be reported until November 11th. Now, in the state of things, do you agree that DNA will give us some insight into what killed Mohbad? And if you agree, what are the legal grounds that you believe?
Mr. African TV, I won't lie to you. So today, my stand today, I don't give a shit about the DNA thing.
It could
Today,
open up.
today, the
Eh?
DNA is a
Yeah.
family matter. African TV, there's
Okay.
a noise in your background. That to me today, based on Baba Mohbad shenanigans and all stuff like that, I don't want to take part in their family matters. DNA is another avenue for him to siphon and all stuff like that, which we've seen so far. I don't want to be involved because there's so many things. Baba Mohbad encouraged fracas into all this thing. So for back to the DNA matter, I don't want to dabble in the DNA thing. Now their headache and the family matter, make them go do that. My own concern is waiting by Mohbad. I don't give a shit about DNA. Not today. I swear to God. And that's why I don't want to dabble into the
All
DNA.
right, thank you. All right, Bossman. Good afternoon. I just want to call your attention to some of your words as at July 2024. In those words, okay, let me play it so you can tell us which one, because then you were a defender of Baba Mohbad. You were in the legal team. You made a lot of promises. There was a lot
I
of
was
cover
never
up.
in
There
the
was a lot
legal
of.
team, Sele. Have you
All right.
ever
Okay, let
heard
me play.
me? I'm a legal
Let me
team, a
play
member
your
of the
voice.
legal team. Okay, go ahead.
Let me play your voice. Structure team, or okay, you were one of those groups that were looking for justice for Mohbad. Yeah.
I am going to. I am actually currently driving. I just getting in the car right now, driving. By the group. And then part of this, I'm not going to talk about all the things, but I'm going to talk about a few of it, what they said that was actually wrong. Number one, there was this wrong narrative they were given to the public that they were using to instigate the public against Mr. Miwa and Baba Mohbad, which I am going to. I am actually currently driving. I just getting in the car right now driving, but I won't be able to open my camera. But Mr. Lagata, I think you will have your camera. You have to open your camera. Please show the general public the statement of account Mr. Miwa sent to the group.
Camera down with you.
Yes. Yeah, let's do a little bit of camera
Sorry,
down now.
let me say this, yeah? Sorry, please, let me just say this. With all due respect, boss man, I don't think, this is my own opinion. Yeah. I don't think it's really necessary. No. Hold on. I don't think it's really necessary to go that route, showing the statement of accounts of Baba assets.
To question Mr. Miwa based on all these lies. Mr. Miwa had to bring, thank God that Mr. Miwa came with, ask those people that came for the NMS, after we're done with the demonstration, we wait at the park, and there were a lot of conversation, and there were a lot of transparency and accountability that Mr. Miwa did, so that everybody could go home in peace. In fact, the person that were in question was like, this is what they said about you, Mr. Miwa. This is what they said. This is what they said. We have to open file for these people. We have, in fact, to the point that we have to open petition that we wrote against this.
All right. Boss man, these words were direct words coming from you, and so far so good. Now trailer don't scatter everything. Muiwa one side, Muiwa is label anti-justice. You were defending him. What are the fact of all these things? Were there even any accountability done then? And were there any petition to start with?
Now you want me to open my camera to show you some petitions right here. I have them. I will show you one here.
Kékan kí ló wá ń bíbí báyìí ṣe bí mo ti block ẹ tipẹ́tipẹ́ ta ló hàn block Kékan jẹ́ n block ẹ padà.
Now, before I open my camera here, hold on. At the time we went to to NMS, they were saying that the money of the GoFundMe has been stolen. But at that time, they've not touched the money of the GoFundMe. I was monitoring the GoFundMe at that time. They said that they did not petition. They actually petitioned people. But there were some petitioned. That was for Wumi. There was another event that happened during the structure group that we said they should petition that Mr. Miwa refused to drop money as of today, which I said. And I asked the legal team that which it even happened. I don't know if Black Vibe Lagata, because we're in the structure group together. When Mohbad came out and said, Josie, you will only call what go Mohbad pamoli. You all around our boys wa. Kawagu Mohbad pamoli. We were trying to you know what? But Mohbad, Baba Mohbad. Ìyàwó yín ní pé ẹ̀yin lè rán àwọn boys kan wá go Mohbad pamoli. So Mohbad be picked up to come and elaborate on that part. So when we went to NMS lab, àwọn tó wà ńbẹ̀, àwọn Mommy Lighton, all of them had questions to ask Mr. Miwa because they were able to see Mr. Miwa face to face. and Mr. Miwa answered all the questions. The account of the access account, and also that Mr. Miwa showed them on the phone. He answered all the questions there. I did not talk on for him. He spoke by himself. Mami Lighton, those people that came there, Mr. Miwa answered all their questions. So based on that, all what he answered, he brought everything out to them. So all what I said there is nothing but the truth. Even now that I'm telling you about Miwa, I'm telling you, I will not lie against him. I will tell him what he did, where he went wrong. The fact is that Mr. Miwa, do you know why I went against Mr. Miwa? This is why I went against Mr. Miwa. A lot of people have been saying it's anti-justice. I don't think it's anti-justice. Mr. Miwa is just a fool. Which I believe that he's loyal to Baba Mohbad, all right? But he talks to a lot of people and they mess things up by themselves. Because I believe that if Mr. Miwa is the right people, you will coach him. Baba Mohbad actually believe him. Because before he does anything, he will take permission. That's why I say, whatever Mr. Miwa does in Justice for Mohbad, he always go to Baba Mohbad to seek, to inform him before he does anything. So he and Baba Mohbad, they know what they are doing. All right. So whatever Mr. Miwa does in Justice for Mohbad, Mr. Baba Mohbad is aware, except some few things. Now, where I went against Mr. Miwa was in June last year, out of my own way. It's my own personal issues because I know what my face, waiting at what I went through. I got involved that there were a phone stolen from Mohbad's side, and we get our hands on some of the information on the phone. When we were going to NMS, I started dealing with the woman that bought car for Baba Mohbad. That car that Baba Mohbad is using. I started dealing with her. Because when we were going to the NMS, we were planning on how to go to a CNN to involve some or whatever, to escalate the whole thing. So I started dealing with her. So when I was dealing with her, I saw that she was for Bukky Jesse. When I heard that she was from Bukky Jesse, I became very careful. And all that. So I was hearing her whole stand, and we talk about so many other things. So we started working together at some point. So I did my diggings. I worked with my own team. We lay our hands on the information of Mohbad phone. They hire me out of mobile phone, we get all the informations. We tried what we could to break in and all stuff like that. We couldn't. So I said, you know what? At this point, I gave it to her. I gave her I have everything here on my whatever. I gave it to her. And I said that tobacco will only break in. We do it in the US, I do it in Canada, and machine in Nigeria. So I said, okay, Mr. Miwa, and you know, go to the legal team. You guys have more heavyweight. Let the legal team do the needful. Go to the right channel and try if you can approach Apple and get this thing done. Since June last year that I've given them that information. They hire me and you are saying that the government are not working. You guys have means. We donated money in the GoFundMe, in the access account for you to do all these things. Only for me to hear in December when Bukky Jesse trying to boss Mr. Odumosu to long be fee note that day. I just saw that fee note that it was the money for forensic and all stuff like that. So that's when I went ballistic. I really went ballistic to hear this. So all these things, Mr. Miwa, that is number one. Number two, it was during that time we found out they've tossed the money in the GoFundMe. Now let me tell you about the GoFundMe thing. All the time they were attacking the GoFundMe. All the time IT guy attacked the GoFundMe. GoFundMe always. I am not in the group with Mr. Miwa. I only have access to Mr. Miwa. I only even give Miwa information. And we talk based on what he also gets from us as well. So while we're talking, I'm at base solution and all that. He doesn't go with whatever we bring because he talks to other people. So by he will now run back to me and all that. Why did he open up the structure group? It was because since December we told him that there's a need. We need a structure. The group just about structure. That is why he came to me that we should do something about just structure and all stuff like that. And that's how the beginning of the structure group. So Mr. Miwa, I'm talking about the GoFundMe now. So IT guy attacked the GoFundMe. They're trying to break that GoFundMe down, and all the time, Toban attack GoFundMe. GoFundMe always send messages to Mr. Miwa. They will hold on to the money, and they will start asking Miwa to defend himself. So he will now give them. Will be explaining himself to the GoFundMe and all stuff like that. So at a particular time, the attack was so much that there was the GoFundMe held on to the money. They had to go to Odumosu. So Odumosu asked them to write a letter that it is not fraud, though, it is this, it is that, because they are the one that got Odumosu. It's what they tell the lawyer that lawyer will do for them. That was when they told Baba Mohbad to go and do a video soliciting for funds. So Baba Mohbad has done that solicitation of funds. So Odumosu said that you can crop that video, so they should attach it to it and they send it to GoFundMe, because GoFundMe always do investigation. So that day they held on to that money for like 3 months. So in August, Tawapeshi family private autopsy, and I saw that these people are buy your billions. Each talk. They started donating money again into the access account, put money to GoFundMe. I was like, and I went to Mr. Miwa. Why are you asking this, disturbing the public again when there are a lot of millions in the GoFundMe accounts? Why are you disturbing the public again? Well, no. The money of the GoFundMe is Aussie's money in the GoFundMe. That's what Mr. Miwa told me as at that time. So my mind was that, okay, they should put money in the access account and then they'll reward. Okay, that's okay, no problem. Only for me to now hear from Baba Mohbad in November. With me, Comrade Moses, and Jay Blinks were on the call. That was why Baba Mohbad lied on the KH radio. I added a woman to that call. That woman that was paying Mohbad to record was Jay Blinks. So Jay Blinks was Baba Mohbad's adopted daughter. He was the one who gave Jay Blinks the name. If you know Jay Blinks, you should know who Jay Blinks is. What's her name on them TikTok now? Something TV. All right. So that was a day we found out that they've touched the money in the GoFundMe. And immediately we heard that, I went ballistic. We got off the call. I called Mommy Lighton instantly. Mommy Lighton, you are one of the trustees. Are you aware that they've touched the money in the GoFundMe? She said no. I said, what do you mean that no? And I asked her, she will tell you what I told her. I told her, you better go and report yourself. Go to the station if you know you don't know anything about it, because they've touched the money in the GoFundMe. That is when they started going to the GoFundMe. And you know what? You will never know that they've touched the money, because the whole GoFundMe thing looks like as if everything was normal. They decided using the money in the GoFundMe. That's when Bukki started coming out, trying to remove herself from the whole case. So the issue of the GoFundMe, when it now happened again, and I said, so Mr. Miwa, all this while they said that you are anti-justice. So you have the mind to touch the money of the public without letting the public to know. You are deceiving the public. And whereas you've spent the money, that was when I went ballistic on Mr. Miwa. So 2 things at a go went down. It was when you needed to. And number 2, when we called Baba Mohbad, Mr. Miwa was okay, how can we Comrade Moses came up and questioned Baba Mohbad, are you ready to do accountability? On that call, Baba Mohbad said yes, he was ready to do accountability at that time. So he said we should give him 2 days or 3 days that we're going to come back. We gave him an assignment. He said he wants to go and consult Mr. Miwa and his lawyer. Then he's going to get back to us. And when we get up from Baba Mohbad, we spoke with Mr. Miwa. So we also talk about Bankole and Smith. That was in October when they locked Bankole and Smith out of the coroner inquest, When I said, come, how long are we continue to be fighting over this issue? When 2 elephants are fighting, it's the public that we're going to suffer. Now we are suffering because Justice Mohbad is being delayed. Mohbad is in the mug, they're wasting. Can we settle this thing out of court so that the coroner inquest can come back and we can close this chapter? So, Baba Mohbad agreed that to work with Bankole and Smith. So it was because of Bankole and Smith that led to another war that subjected me to bully and dragging. But Mr. Miwa and I went to go and tell the Bayo Billions group and the Bukki JC, all because I was soliciting for Bankole and Smith that this is the time we need to let go of all the fight, all personal grudges you have among one another. Let us all work together. Baba Mohbad called the Papariano group. Let's work with Bankole and Smith. Baba Mohbad mind. According to Baba Mohbad, on that very call, Baba Mohbad has a recording on his phone. Let him go and bring out the recording out of what we discussed that day. If you hear what Baba Mohbad said on that recording, because he has it, let him drop it out to the public, because he has the recording on his phone. So, what got me angry with Mr. Miwa? Mr. Miwa now went to go and tell Bukky Jesse that I was soliciting for Bankole and Smith to work with Baba into justice for Mohbad. So when we spoke with Mr. Miwa, okay, we saw the Bio Billions and the York Daddy dragging. If you remember, there was a day I slided into York Daddy's platform. That was when they were dragging Comrade and were dragging Jablings. They did not know that I was the one that they called K-Bossman. Okay? And the only person that called me K-Bossman was Mr. Miwa. So that was the name that York Daddy were calling. And when I came into the York Daddy platform, that you were saying that you were dragging K-Bossman, I said, you were dragging my people, you're dragging me. And we're not dragging you now. But they said that it's one commit Moses and then David and one K-Bossman. I said, yes, I am K-Bossman. So, so you are the person that went to go and tell him about, all because they do not want to use Bankole and Smith. They want to use their own lawyer that they're supporting. That is Tanshitu. Can you see the game that we're playing? So all these things, and the dragging of Bukky Jesse, that Bukky Jesse now came out again to lie to the public that Bankole and Smith were calling Baba Mohbad, that Baba Mohbad should settle out of court. It is not Bankole and Smith. Why is Bukky Jesse giving lies to people like this? That it was myself, Dablings, Comrade Moses, saying that, telling Baba Mohbad that, can we settle with everybody? Those that have lawyers. Baba, the more the merrier. The Bankole and Smith, they paid them millions. I mean, 15,000. Those that gave them 15,000, 15 million naira. Because Bankole and Smith are not going to return the money back to you. But because they do not want to work with Bankole and Smith, I mean, the Bukky Jesse faction, because they are the one that brought Shitu. They want Shitu to be the one to bring the glory, so that they will be the Kawala Shitu. They don't want any other person to share the glory. According to them, that is what they are doing. So when I saw that we're trying to look for how to get out of this mess, you, Mr. Miwa, you went to go and be telling Bukky Jesse. Who asked you to go and be telling Jesse? Because he said something on that phone that I cannot allow Bankole and Smith to work. If I allow Bankole and Smith to work, what would he tell the Baba Mohbad supporter? You know, at that time, they were calling themselves the real justice seeker, while the people on the other side are anti-justice. You remember that time, that period? So now, the people that are supporting Baba Mohbad are the real justice seeker, and we are not looking for justice. So you care about what your people will say over the justice Mohbad. That was when I took my stand. That's where I took my stand away from Baba Mohbad, Mr. Miwa, and everyone. Do you understand that?
Thank you, Bossman. Okay, I got your submission.
Yeah,
now,
I have.
Number one.
I
want to ask you something.
I have some petitions here that they never did against Mohbad. And why? That's what I keep telling people. When I was telling in December, I said there were some petitions. Even I dropped money, and the money was returned back to me. No, they told me to hold on. I didn't give the money. They told me I was offering to give the money. They said that no, I shouldn't. That they should pick Mohbad. They told her Aduke was there. She's a witness of the structure group. She knows about all these things. Black Velvet, everyone about Lagata was there. What is going on here? You are saying you are looking for justice for Mohbad. In fact, that was when I said name it backward from Baba Mohbad thing. Baba Mohbad. I gave him that reference because we were emotional. But the day they touched the money in the GoFundMe, the day that I discovered that the IMER of the forensic was not done, that got me, it took me out of whatever. I came for Miwa instantly. And that was whatever I said is nothing but the truth. That's why I've been telling Mr. Miwa to come. Even when I came to tell you people that Guresi and Bukky Jesse bought shit too, because I know about it. I told you people who collected 10%. You people were abusing me now. So if you abuse me, you think I will continue to be dwelling on that matter? I will tell you my own truth.
Thank you.
If you like, take it. By the time
Thank
the
you,
truth
boss
comes
man.
out, you will say it yourself.
Thank you, boss man. Now, at what point did you see all these things going wrong? Because I remember hearing your voice, talking to Brekete, asking him for phone forensic, asking him for everything that the GoFundMe was actually an objective for. At what point and why did you not suggest Brekete? Because I think all this time that you were talking, June 2024,
Why I did not
June
suggest Brekete?
2024. Yes, why did you not suggest that Brekete do those forensic and all those things? Because you spoke with him and you had an understanding.
See, there were a lot of stuff that was going on the background. Like I told you, I am not in any team, and I don't like to call Baba Mohbad. I only call Baba Mohbad when we find out that there were some lies. Baba Mohbad, they lie, oh, I swear to God. But because the public are so much in emotions, they tell you, if we come for Baba, we come for you. We come for Baba, we come for you. That's what led us to where we are today. They don't allow people to speak their mind, but me, I will speak my own little 20 cents. All right? But whatever I was doing, I allow emotions. Like I said, I allow emotions. You can blame me for that. I even blame myself for allowing emotions.
Okay, boss man. Very good. Now, can you say or can you accept that the GoFundMe was a tools used to obstruct justice? If the whole public is blaming Baba Mohbad for not working with Brekete at this time, Arifa went to Brekete and he said Baba is the one that took the case away from him. Can we say the GoFundMe obstructed or was used to obstruct justice? Because the way now you are saying it, you are telling the whole world now that there is none of the aim of the GoFundMe that was actually like done, and you had issues with Mr. Muiwa regarding that.
Say that again. Repeat that again, please.
I said, can we say that the GoFundMe was a tool used to obstruct justice for Mohbad as at 2024, 3 months after Brekete started the case?
You know what? Can you hear me? Can you hear you guys?
Yes, I'm here with
Hold on,
you.
please.
I'm here with you.
See, Mr. Whenever I say, I don't, it's your own prerogative to believe it or take it or not. I'm not asking. Whenever I say on Jesus Mohbad, I don't, it's just, whoever believe me is their own prerogative. But when the truth comes out, you'll find out yourself. Then you all know that Bossman have said this before, and that's your own case. I don't give a shit about that. I always say what I know. Now, when they came up with the GoFundMe came up with good intention. Now, let me give you the background story of the GoFundMe because I know everything about the GoFundMe thing. You see, Mr. Miwa
One minute,
also.
1 minute. Bossman, can you hear me? Now, I want to remind you that when you spoke to Brekete and he called the Commissioner of Information, they said as of February 14, he said wait for 11 or 12 weeks. The GoFundMe was first advertised 8 or 7 weeks after that statement was made. It was supposed to be a waiting time. Continue.
Okay, let me give you a quick recap. I guess, Mommy Lighton, if you're on the comment section, if I lied, please come at Jamie. All right. You see, a lot of things happen behind the closed door. See, some of these things, I don't talk to Lagata, but I think Lagata also have access to talk to some people, so he knows he has some information with him. But sometimes I just discovered that some of these things that Lagata is saying right now is what I have said. And I was like, why can't you just come out and corroborate with what I've been saying? When they were abusing me on the Olori platform, you were silent. Yeah, so sometimes, yes, I might be taking something personal because I was taking it personal. I was coming out heavily on Mr. Miwa because I know what people have said about Miwa to me. calling him anti-justice. And where I started saying that he was, I won't call him anti-justice, but I would say that he did so many things that is so crazy in the sense that why didn't he? I've explained why I started coming out from Mr. Miwa, and I was really angry. I was upset. I've given him stop since. That was the thing that they took to stop Nita or critical takers. I was one who provided for it now. That the critical takers are saying that they pay for this to the happen. He gave it to them. Ask Odumosu, ask Mr. Miwa. Let them come and say that I am lying. Since June 2024, that I've provided those things to them. And I told them they should go through the lawyer. A lawyer have a power is more stronger to write letter to Apple. And while making here because Mr. Miwa does not want to drop money. While be found critical thinkers. Who the heck are those people? They're like before. And critical thinkers are thinking ahead. Yeah, we did it. What did they do? We know that it's not going to be possible. Let Mr. Miwa go to the right channel and let them write Apple. Or go through a foundation. You can't get it done individually. You have to be strong. You have to have a strong base before you to get it done. Now, to the question you ask, when they came up with the GoFundMe thing, we came with a good intention. A lot of things happen behind the scene. There's a lot of dabaru and games. I was telling you that everything about Odumosu must go is politics. They lie against him. They lie against him. Now, in this story you just made, you want me to go back to 2023? Because when it's too much information, the story go long. Yes, I have to break
No,
everything
Bossman.
down.
No, Bossman.
The
Bossman, not
GoFundMe matter.
2023. I said,
Hold on. No, I'm
yeah,
talking about the
from
GoFundMe.
Brekete,
I
February to
want
April.
to give you why they came up with the GoFundMe now. That's what I want to give you. You have to know the basis of why they came up with the GoFundMe. See, the access account does not belong. I'm telling you, the access account is not Mohbad's own. It belongs to Justice for Mohbad. Let Mama to court. I came up with that idea, and because we saw that because of what Bukky just said about Baba Mohbad, on which we've seen the traces of Baba Mohbad when he was already doing them when he still have one account, one back account. We said Baba Mohbad, okay, and you know what because people were giving him money for justice for Mohbad. Once the money enter into one back account, that's what Baba Mohbad. Yeah, you know, if and he in if lawyer you buy if you could shake buy 30,000 or whatever. You say he doesn't have money, no money, no money. We saw that he was doing these things a lot of times. We said, okay, you know what? It's high time we need to separate his own personal money away from money of justice for Mohbad. See, if I open, we were on the back. That was where I got to know Gurexi. I got to know Gurexi around November 2023. It was in that group after they've gotten Odumosu. Like I'm saying today, please, if you have access to Odumosu, please go jam me. Go and meet Odumosu and all the legal team on Odumosu's chamber and said that Bossman said that it was one we came up with the idea. Go and ask him. Gurexi went there, was deleting. I still have the group chat. Delete a lot of information on that group, which I've shown that whatever one time, maybe on MFM platform. Oh, the Gurexi was deleting. I open camera like this. I was deleting a lot of stuff on the group chat. We told Baba Mohbad instructions. That was Baba Mohbad Lorioke. I'm giving you the background of the the GoFundMe account. And I'm letting you people to know that the Wema Bank account, the SS account, is not Baba Mohbad's own. It's owned by Justice for Mohbad. Baba Mohbad and Miwa play the game. Because we said that
Bossman.
we said, hello, sir.
Yeah, Joe, mo fẹ́ bèrè question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Tó bá ti finish eléyìí, mo fẹ́ bèrè question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Continue and let me
Okay,
know
all right.
when to ask the question.
2023, we gave Baba Mohbad instructions that there's a need to open another account to separate his own personal account from Justice for Mohbad's accounts. You see, emotions to Baba Mohbad. If you knew that this is how it's going to end, we wouldn't have given him all those emotions. The grace that we gave to we, the public, caused it. And because we allow emotions to take over us. If he knew that the Baba of Omo, Baba told Nyomo, Obashibayini, this man would not have all the privileges that we give to him. What privilege was given to this man? We all did not trust ourselves. We were like, must be there. Only must be there. So I tell you, everyone to compromise. Baba will never compromise on Mwetoku. That is why we said, now you must leave Torioke and go and open a different accounts. Before I open access account, there were some other accounts that moved because they did not want to have, they didn't have options of 4 signatories, 6 signatories. So, and then, well, from 6, we came out to 4 signatories, but Baba must be there, part of the signatory. So, at the end of the day, it was only Access that said they can only take 2 signatories. 2 signatories. And we said Baba Mohbad automatically, Baba Mohbad's name has to be there. And then we said that, okay, Mr. Miwa, because you are the spokesperson of Baba Mohbad, you must be there. Your name must be there to monitor the spending of the money in the what goes in and what comes out. In case we want to call for accountability, if Baba Mohbad does not know how to do it, you, as a learned person, you'll be able to speak. Whenever the public asks any question about the GoFundMe, although I will not lie to you, Baba Mohbad, Mr. Miwa, Olagidi, only no, I don't want to do with it. Oh, I won't lie against him. He said it. I don't want to deal with anything about public money. Oh, you know, I said, no, you have no choice. Then you have to come. If you cannot take it, then you have to leave that to your office. Because if you are holding on to that office, you have this responsibility to be taken. You have to take it. So that is what we concluded on, that he must be a signatory to that account. We all agreed. And that is what we talked about. So we thought they opened up their account and then they started showing their account to the public. That's when people started putting money in the GoFundMe and people started, in the Access account. Until the day Bukky Jesse came for Baba Mohbad and he said Baba Mohbad to GO. That was the one that stood my ground, even though that was when we called the Yekudi. And we said, and I stood my ground that they must print out statement of account because Bukky Jesse has alleged that the GO wouldn't go fund me. The day that they print out the statement of accounts, we found out that Mr. Miwa was not a signatory to that account. Oh my God, I was heartbroken. That was how Baba Mohbad automatically owns that account. And I'm still telling you today, let Baba Mohbad sue me. I can take it to anywhere. We only use Baba Mohbad. The intention of that Access account is for the movement of justice from Mohbad. It's not Joseph Alom. Let him sue me to court. He has a time. Let him tell him to sue it. I hope he knows that sometimes when you have verbal agreement, and verbal agreement is also a consent too. What was their intention? He's not owned by Joseph Aloba now. We only let Joseph Aloba to be there. It was Miwa not being a signatory to that account jeopardized the whole system. And you deceive us all this while that you are a signatory to that account. Now Baba Mohbad is a signatory. Now Baba Mohbad is controlling 2 different accounts. Bank account and Access account. And I'm putting it today, Access account is not owned by him, even though his name is on it. But the intention of it is between Baba Mohbad and Mr. Miwa. So today,
Bosman, give room for question. Give room for question. When give room for question. Did I just hear you say Muiwa is not a signatory to the GoFundMe or to the Access account? Which one?
Access accounts.
Is he a signatory to the GoFundMe?
There's nothing. Mute your mic. There is noise in your background. There is nothing about signatory in the GoFundMe. I'm talking about the Access account. There's nothing signatory to the GoFundMe. GoFundMe is solemnly created by Miwa Razaki. Mr. Miwa. Mr. Miwa used his own identity, social security, his American bank account to create the GoFundMe. So he owns the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe When the GoFundMe released the money and then they take their own percentage, the remaining percentage went into Miwa's bank accounts in America. So he does not share any signature to anybody. His own. The money went to him directly. So, of course, me, somebody who want to share his social security with
other
anybody.
people's name, wait. Other names are
Yes, they are
connected to that GoFundMe.
They are only connected on outside that is outside. They are just a trustee that anybody when you have a personal account so when you pass on come and hold us accountable. That's what they did. They're just a board of trustee. GoFundMe, but their name was not in the account. The money goes to Miwa's account. The platform is the GoFundMe. GoFundMe take their own share. The remaining money was sent directly into Miwa's account in America. Do you understand that part? Or you still don't get it, Mr. African TV?
Very clear, very clear, very clear, very clear. Now, my
All right.
question for you:
So now,
at what point?
Say
You've made a good point.
And other names that were there.
I have one more question.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
Go
you
ahead,
will come back
please.
to them, but I want to clear something very important for everybody. At what point did Lagata have access to the TikTok account? Were you aware of it? And what prompted it, if you are aware of it? You say
I am
what?
not aware. I am not aware of that. I was shocked. I was shocked when I heard it from Papariano. The very first place I heard it from was from the mouth of Papariano. So I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so you were not involved in all that arrangement.
I'm not. I don't know anything about that. I heard it. I was shocked when people were saying, "Bossman, be careful of Lakata. He has access to Baba Mohbad's account." And the first place I heard it was from Papariano's mouth.
Okay, back to the access account and maybe the GoFundMe too. Why was it that you guys never published the audit of the account as requested by the public? Why was it that they didn't publish the account audit for us to see, to know, what came in and what went out, both access and GoFundMe? If you know, if you don't know, no problem.
Now, you see, I have been advocating for, number one, I don't like to bash Baba Mohbad in the open. I don't like to bash Mr. Miwa in the open. And I bash them behind the scene where they go wrong. But I noticed something about Mr. Miwa. Mr. Miwa is not smart. He's more of a whole school person. But when I know that he only works with the people that are brain, they can always coach him because, number one, I believe that he was trustworthy until I believe. See, people are they're telling me that he's anti-justice. I'm telling them, no, he's not anti-justice because I've not seen him make any move of anti-justice until when he did something. And the biggest move was that, see, let me tell you something. Without Baba Mohbad's involvement, if you want to take anyone, if you want to hold anyone accountable for the GoFundMe, you have to go to Mr. Miwam because he has created a crime. See, when you collected money, GoFundMe money does not belong to Aloba. It belongs to the people. When you want to take money from the GoFundMe, you were supposed to seek consent. The public that donate money in there. Either you like it or not, you don't be sentimental. Tiwumi, they have the right on that GoFundMe because it's already public and they are part of the public. They are part of the public. Hold on, please, guys. Hold on.
Lot of wrong fake narrative and wrong narrative out there. Ká níbòmíì ní báyìí wọ́n máa jà ní wọ́n ṣe ọmọ kò sí seriousness fáwọn ẹlòmíì gbà mí. You listen to people, wàá dákẹ́ wàá listening. Ní ayé ìṣá.
You see, people did not want to listen to me back then because they were seeking relevance with because of the issue of the spending, Westo. There are some people that are lovers of Westo and Bukky Jesse, and they want to make it look at what Bossman was saying that time was all lies. Now, back to the GoFundMe thing. The GoFundMe matter is that Mr. Miwa. Hold on. What was the question you asked again, African TV? I'm so sorry. What was the question you asked again?
My question was, what was the reason why the group never published the accountability on assets in GoFundMe?
I get it. See, I was aware that in December when people were putting money in their assets account, it is true that some people said that they should print out money in the assets account. I mean, some people that donated money said they don't want their names to be published out in the whatever. So when Mr. Miwa wanted to do, when I was Timothy book they accused me in access accounts, Mr. Miwa gave me a condition that he's going to show it to me until only if he shade the names of the donors, or because I was aware that the public of the donors said they do not want their name out. Because if they told you that and you ended up publishing the whatever house, I told them. And they might get sued because they told him, which I was aware of. But that does not mean that they should not do a proper accountability and audit their accounts. I am on the move that they must audit their account. I am in support of accountability. So, and again, during the structure group was so firm that they must audit, they must do accountability of the access account. And I believe when Country Queen and chairman came to be speaking to Mr. Miwa and all stuff like that, I guess they were also discussing about that part as well. And when do you know who scraped the group, the structure group and management group? It was Bukky Jesse that threatened Mr. Miwa and they scraped, and Mr. Miwa lied that Baba Mohbad don't make our scrape the group. It was Bukky Jesse that threatened Mr. Miwa to scrape the group of the account of justice for why? Because the structure, our chairman and us were saying that we want to know But one thing Mr. Miwa did with that, before he left the structural group and management group, he dropped this, which I have already have the statement of account of December 2023. He dropped another statement of account again into the group that everybody, before he left the group of the two groups, so that is it. And we told them, can we get an auditor? Even in November 2024, last year.
Wait, pause. You will continue. Pause. You're telling me now, or you're telling us now, that two statements of account were dropped to the group. Is that correct?
No. One statement was dropped. I have access to two because I was involved in the first one. I have the first one of December last year, and I have the new fresh one as at that time, making two different statements of account that was given to me.
Okay, so you have two statements of account, and maybe the question actually revolves around why has no one, you just identified two, and the group has one, including Joseph Aloba and Muewa. Did anybody give reason, or in your opinion, what was the reason up to date why the public that donated has not been informed? Even you have not published the two that you have, and the group has not published the one that they have, and the public has been crying accountability.
No. African TV, Mr. African TV. At that time of the structure group was April. It's not up to date. As at that time, it was April 2024. Can you mute your mic, sir? At that time, it was April 2024. Okay, it was that time. It was not the recent one. In last year, November, we told Baba Mohbad that we are going to get an auditor. In Koto Fati Bukky Jesse at our bio billion, Toffin Bue Mini, to shut me up. Because we went to Baba Mohbad that we were going to get an auditor. After that was when we found out that they've touched the money on the GoFundMe. And we said, which although Baba Mohbad said it was okay with it, at Mr. Miwa, and he never came back.
Okay, maybe no. I will ask this, then I'll let you continue. Are you suggesting or insinuating that Buki JC threatened Muiwa because she did not want the accountability to be published? Why was she threatening Muiwa? Please explain.
No. In November, she did several shows now about the structure group and management group, and that was when they were dragging. That time they were dragging chairman. We hear her say it now. Eh? Only can join group. Kiniko. She said it herself now. And then ọlọ́pàá àwọn èèyàn kíníkan èèmọ̀ kí n join group he said it in some Yoruba way word and all that. It was in November last year when Miwa was lying to us that it was Baba Mohbad that told him to go and scrape the group. He found out that it was Miss Buki JC from Baba Mohbad. That it was Buki JC that mandated Mr. Miwa to go and scrape the group. Mr. Miwa lied that it was Baba Mohbad.
Bossman, what was the threat about? Kilo Fatofi threatening to the extent that they now scraped the group. What was her complaint? What was her bitterness?
Do you know? I was telling you that it was Buki JC that brought Mr. Miwa to Justice for Mohbad. I told you that, right? So
Yes.
Mr. Buki JC control Mr. Miwa. Forget it. Buki JC control Mr. Miwa, and that is why Mr. Miwa is in the shit that he is right now, because he does whatever Buki JC want him to do. Buki JC want to be a monopoly of justice. You want to be the one that, and after your recruit and sing, but to mess everything up, or after your recruit of him, I blame other people. Whereas she is the key of all this thing that is happening in Justice for Mohbad. It was Gracie that brought Odumo and Shitu. They both brought Shitu. He was the one who told Gorexi to go to Shitu's office. He told Baba Mohbad there. She wasn't a no. She was the one that gave them 5 million because the woman that bought car for Baba Mohbad was the one that borrowed them 5 million in March. That was the reason why they bought Shitu. Of 5 million, of the cost of so many things. And they paid 5 million deposit. And because that was when we discovered that there was no money in the GoFundMe. And that's what gave back to there was no money in the access accounts. Now, take a look at this. Now, thank God that you even said this thing because it reminded me of something. Mr. Miwa lied. He lied, which I was doing that digging. And I did not talk about it because QH Radio did not give me the permission to talk about it. Because there's no way I was going to talk about it. I had to seek permission from him because it's going to get him involved. Myself and QH Radio, we talk very well. We talk very well. So, in February, when Baba Mohbad just went to Berekete, KH Radio got to know that there was no money, that they need money for legal team. That was when the people on the KH Radio were donating money on their own. KH Radio, but only at the 5 million, 5.3, no, 5 million or something. KH Radio called me. That was when Baba Mohbad just went to Berekete. So I was like, they are donating money. I wanted to tell him that you don't need to give Baba Mohbad this money anymore since Baba Mohbad is now in Berekete. Baby, so I just kept quiet. But I was aware that they were donating money, but I was not aware when they gave the money to Baba Mohbad. But later, around April, January, that one was in February, March. Ending of March or April, I got to know that they've already given money to Baba Mohbad. When they gave the money to Baba Mohbad, we paid 3 weeks or 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't want to exaggerate. Something happened. That was the period when they said they arrested Baba Mohbad. And Gracie claimed that he used his own passport to free Baba Mohbad. Something happened there. Mr. Miwa did not know that I am aware that there were money given to Baba Mohbad in February. So when the issue of there was no money in that account because Odumosu wanted to work, he was writing petitions. These people were not giving him money. That was the reason why the QH Radio was giving them money for legal thing. This Miwa was not giving money. Nana asked Mr. Miwa, come, money has finished in the GoFund in the access account. Because at the time that Bukit said money to miss in the access account, there were about 3.3 or 3.5 million naira in that account. But I should know it was not like Punch newspaper, it was not giving me accurate details. I was disappointed. And it was not giving me, it was not sounding cool enough. And I said, Mr. Miwa, you are the spokesperson of this man. The possibility in judge. I hope you are keeping records of all these things you spend. The public will ask for it, Mr. Miwa. Hey, the public will ask for all those things. You're supposed to be keeping records. So when he gave me the wuru from his brain, he said that he wrote it somewhere. I said, but he never came back. He was just giving wuru, but I said that in his wuru that he mentioned, he never mentioned the money of QH Radio. And he was saying, Baba Mohbad went to Berekete, they pay for this, they pay for that. And I was just laughing. He has forgotten that I was on the know of how Baba Mohbad goes to Berekete. It's not that we and Yekudi that carry Baba Mohbad to Berekete. We pay for Baba Mohbad's trip. And sometimes Andy also pay money for Gurexi to fly to Berekete too. So if you are saying that you spend money on Berekete, we know that some people pay for Gurexi, and why are you saying that you spend more money on for flight on Berekete? Say because the house that they were staying, the hotel was paid for too. Was paid for. So, but they're saying on Punch newspaper, we printed this, we published it, and but he never mentioned the 5.3 million. So I waited for him. When he did not mention the name, and I said that, but QH Radio gave you money. He said, yes. He now said something. Which QH Radio, sorry, QH Radio, face QH Radio. That was after December. That was in February this year. After I came back from Olori platform. Some people said I was lying. I went to confront QH Radio. That was when they were dragging QH Radio too. That that I wasn't the one to talk about this. You are the one that told me not to talk about it, and I needed to take permission from you. But the meeting saw that day. I told him, and I said, now I want to confirm from you again what I said on QH Radio, and I asked him, and he said exactly what I said. So Mr. Miwa did not know that I used to talk to QH Radio. Mr. Miwa denied. He said the 5.3 million that was given to him, to Baba Mohbad, that he dashed Baba Mohbad for his personal usage, not for justice for Mohbad. Allowed. He said the money was given to Baba Mohbad to eat. So I went to QH Radio. I told him that was in July, August, around that August time. That Baba, something is happening. At that time, and I told him. And I said, no, the money was not. How will I give Baba Mohbad that money to eat? How can they give that kind of money to eat? They said they want money for legal team. We gave him money. I said, Mr. Miwa told me that it's for them to eat now because the money was not remitted.
Let's go back to money part. Money part. Did Berekete ever give Baba Mohbad money? And why did Baba Mohbad leave Berekete? If you know, tell us.
I don't know anything now about Baba Mohbad leave Berekete. But one day, something happened that I have no. I guess Lagata was saying the truth when he was saying what he was saying. That is why I am not going to join people to be doing podcasts when people are doing gag fighting. The day Berekete said, Baba Mohbad, they were supposed to be here. They said they want to kidnap him. We called Berekete. We called Gorexi. Gorexi said, Baba wanted to be kidnapped. Right? And then when I called them, because I was scared too, when I called them, they said, oh, no, Baba was fine. So I said, okay, Baba was fine. Then that was when they lodged Baba Mohbad in Lagos. They lodged Baba Mohbad in Lagos. Because Gracie said that some people with car on Kojalo kidnapped Baba Mohbad in Nikon. So they went to go and lodge Baba Mohbad in a hotel in Lagos. But Baba Mohbad flew down. And I guess towards that time too, the reason why Baba Mohbad left Berekete. Hold on. The main reason why Baba Mohbad left Berekete was, I guess, a code. I was not sure. Please, don't quote me. I'm not really sure, but I was not really sure. I guess there was a call from the legal team that Baba needs to come and sign something for the DNA matter. And so that was the need for Baba Mohbad to leave Berekete. Maybe if they take permission from Berekete or not, I am not sure. But when Berekete said that Baba was kidnapped, you're supposed to be there, we were all fidgeting, and then we called and they said Baba Mohbad was okay. That week, Mohbad stays, at least he stays in the hotel for like 3-4 days. He was in a hotel room in Lagos, somewhere in Lagos. You know, and when the public were panicking, I came out and told that Baba Mohbad was fine. I guess, like I also came out one time again, said, anytime panic, Baba Mohbad was not kidnapped, he's fine and everything. I guess he said a long time ago, and there's a video. I don't know, those that are bloggers. I guess, like I thought did a show, and I said Baba Mohbad was fine. But he was never kidnapped, he's okay, fine, all stuff like that. So, what led Baba Mohbad to leave Berekete was because the call was made from the legal team that Kwekawa signed one document for DNA matter. That's why he left Berekete. Now, about the kidnapping matter, it was Gracie that gave us that story of kidnapping. Yeah, because I was on the
Okay, thank you, Bossman. But this is my summary question for you. In the interest of the public and for the appeasement of the public, you are aware of two bank statements. The public, one of the reasons they are fighting or crying against Joseph Aloba is because they've donated money and they don't see what they donated for, or at least it's not happening the way they expect it. And a lot of people have actually made shows regarding accountability. Now, you being on the know, having two statements, are you willing to publish it to at least clean your hand and wash your conscience from the accusation of lack of accountability?
That is not a big deal now. The statement of account. Hold on.
Would you publish
that,
what you have?
Of course, I can even publish it today. Right now. That's not a big deal now.
Okay, thank you. We'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We'll be looking forward to it. I hope others want to have questions for you.
Let me try to bring more light to that. The two statement of account that I have were just half note in the sense that the statement of account after Bukuje say accused Baba Mohbad of alleged that Baba Mohbad stole money in the access account. So the account the whatever was printed out around December last year, 2023, right? So that was when the money was in the access account was still 3 point something million. Right. Another statement of account that I have with me, it was after the structured group. So before Mr. Miwa left, because we were telling him accountability, what we were aiming on was on accountability. Township Queen and chairman end, they were also hammering on accountability. He was trying to like, as at that time. All right. I was believing him because I was aware that they did not touch me according to what they told me as at that time. So before he left the two groups, he also dropped another statement of account. And then it's in March or April, I don't know the date, the month. Time here in 2024. Correct. May, June, July, August. So it's still half note. So the half note, I am going to publish it out today. I'm going to go get it out and publish it out. And you will see how they printed the names of the people, but you will see the money to water, you will see it there.
God bless you. I think that would make some people happy and give them some closure, at least to some extent, that one of these people is being honest and transparent.
I am not going to print the petition. If there's a need for that, I will even post the petition that the Ill City of Odumosu wrote against Mohbad, but it was never funded. And he will use his money if the legal team, because even when I wanted to fund it, Baba Mohbad said, I was mad. Ask Black Velvet, if you're on the comment section, you can come and put mouth into this matter. What do you mean that you cannot arrest Mohbad because they just be on Mohbad? That was what Baba Mohbad was saying there. They told that decade that decided Baba Mohbad right now. It was there. They said they want to pick Mohbad and some other two people at that time. But I was interested in the Mohbad thing. Wait, only Josie, remember that video Mohbad did where he wore a short knicker, one green short knicker in the room like this. Josie, he will only cover Mohbad. There was a petition. I will show it to yourself. Just give me hold on. Let me see. I will show it here. The petition that was written. So all of you that want, I'm not going to post it too, but if you have your camera, set your camera ready here. Hold on. Let me show it. So, when I said that they were lying, there are so many things. Mr. Miwa, Baba Mohbad, when Arifat came out, we told you that there was no lawyer for Mohbad. The lawyer we got were for Baba Mohbad. And that's just the truth. Because whatever Baba Mohbad tells his lawyer is what the lawyer, because he made the public. I won't blame you because it was emotions. So we made the mistake by allowing Joseph Aloba to become the front runner of justice for Mohbad. That was because we don't trust ourselves. We believe that even if everyone compromised, the father of the child will not compromise. That we pushed Baba Mohbad to be the front runner of justice for Mohbad. So I'm trying to look for because there's a lot of look for I have to scroll down and down and down. So just give me a moment so I can show you so that will leave me alone. Can we show it here? Have it here now. You have to give me a second. Hold on, guys. Let's talk about something else. So when I'm ready, I will open my mic camera and I will show you, I will display the write-up to you guys. Taking a permission before I can release it. So, and apart from this, there are other several things that I know that a lot of people, Nazukwo, Lagata, Mommy Lighton was the brain behind the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe that was created was the brain of Mommy Lighton. Mommy Lighton came with good intention for justice for Mohbad. Because Mr. Miwa did not tell me, or Lady Ryan, that there was no money in the GoFundMe. I was shocked, just like every other person, when we heard that they went ahead to open the GoFundMe. And when we started digging and querying, that why do you have to open the GoFundMe? And they opened the GoFundMe at the time where they went to Ayers and Shitu. They were saying that there was no money in the access account anymore. And Mr. Miwa claimed that he was scared to ask the public for money because there was no money. And I want to ask him about the money thing. He could not explain himself. Yes.
Bossman, on petition, sorry.
We opened
on the issue of petitioning.
I told you that I will display it. I will display it. I will display it here. I will display it here. The petition. I will display it here.
Okay.
I'm just talking about something else. I just give me a few minutes. I have it here in front of me, but just give me a few minutes here to, like 5 minutes, and I will display it. So before I display it, I just want to talk about something. Yeah. So now, what now happened now is that Mommy Lighton had good intention. Mr. Miwa went to seek Mommy Lighton because Mommy Lighton also gives money. Sometimes Mommy One with God give them money, as a sponsor the legal team, as they give them money for legal team to do some things. Oh my God, Mommy Lighton, Mommy One with God spend a lot of money. What I've said right now, I double check. Only wanted to come and debunk it. Mommy Lighton, Mommy One with God has paid money on behalf of the legal team before, which I was aware of.
Listen, Osman, just interactive for 2 minutes. Why? Just 2 minutes before you bring up what you want to bring up. You see, when you keep saying they said there was no money, it actually boils in my heart, knowing that TikTok was giving this man money, GoFundMe was bringing money, Access was bringing money, Wema was bringing money, and you guys listened to somebody telling you there was no money, and you did not have enough resources to demand the records of all the transactions on all the banks. Why? In the group, none of you could insist on TikTok funding. At least somebody was managing the TikTok before they gave it to Lagata.
We don't know about anything about TikTok.
Tell me.
See, I'm not close to Baba Mohbad like that. Okay?
You don't know, but because you guys did not ask.
No, I only see because what concern me is about justice for Mohbad. I only asking questions when I did something, I find out something, and I want reality. I want to hear his own side of the story, and that's when I call him. I don't call him to do like every other people does. I call him to ask questions. In fact, the time that I started talking to Baba more was in October last year because a lot of stuff was coming out, and I needed him to have evidences about this thing. All the time I call him, I can show you my call on WhatsApp. Don't call him like that. The first time I called him was when he was singing. And I told him, "Why are you singing?" That was in January 2024 or December 2023. He's singing, and he told me that it was only a Mimo that told him to be singing. That instructed him to be singing. See, I tell you how. He told me that it was a Mimo that told him to be singing. That's what he said. I still allow emotions, still pushing and all stuff like that. All right. So I think it is crazy. And two, the structure group and management group did not even last up to 1 month. Did not last up to 1. So now let me now open camera and display this into you guys here. So if you have your phone, please get your phone ready for those because I am not going to. I'm not.
Aduke, sorry, big screen. Aduke, please put him on the big screen, Joe.
Right. You see, EOCD partners. All right. You can see the date on it. The 22nd April 2024. Hold on, let me clean my camera. Can you see now?
And try to be steady with your hand. Be saying you say fast saying there. Back a little bit more. Some of us want to screenshot the whole thing. All right, thank you. You can read if you want.
You see? All right. It says that the Assistant Inspector General of Police, the Nigeria Police Command Headquarters, Zone 2 Command Headquarters, King College V Road, Lagos State. Dear sir, petition against Mrs. Abosede Olumi for the libelous, derogatory, and defamatory statement against Mr. Joseph Aloba over the cause of death. Ilerioluwa, Promise Aloba. We, solicitors to Mr. Joseph Aloba, father of the deceased, father of the late Ilerioluwa Aloba Mohbad, year after referred to clients. Just hold on, please. Let me increase the distance. Hereby, so that it's not going to be like maybe Bossman is the one that is forming the distance. So let me screen so you can see. So and our client, and on this instruction, we write this petition based on information made available to us by said clients. Background facts. Our client's son, Ilerioluwa Promise Aloba, died in mysterious and suspicious circumstances on the 12th of December, September 2023. And after the public cry into the suspicious circumstances of our client's son's death, the Lagos State government had to set up a coroner inquest to look at the circumstances leading to the pie of the late singer, which is currently ongoing with witnesses still giving fact-finding evidence. The client who is currently disheartened and still mourning the loss of his son got a barrage of calls and was on utmost shock by a trending video that Mrs. Bosede Olumi made sometimes in April 2024 on TikTok, vigorously accusing our client that he got people to stab his late son. The said video will be made available upon request. In the said video, Mrs. Bosede Olumi said, Wobi Baba. This is about Obi Baba Josie she. I mean, I don't know what this is. Obi Baba Josie. If you can read this thing, this Yoruba in the column. I hope you guys can read that. Right? African TV, can you read that for me? Obi Baba Josie. She me. Obi Baba
Ojúmi ti
Josie
di epo mi.
she.
I can't read it from here.
Nígbà tó pa nígbà tí wọ́n pẹ́ tán, Josie náà lọ ní pé. You people in the comment section, I hope you guys read it because I'm zooming it for you guys to read. Okay, let me do it this way. So it's going to be bigger. So for those that want to screenshot, yeah, it's bigger right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, ẹ wá ká o. Wo bí bàbá ẹ Josie ṣe mí nígbà tán pa ẹ́ tán. Josie náà ló ní pé kán lọ gún ẹ pa. Kán sin ẹ́. You see? Hope you guys can read their part. Which, if translated into English, which means, Mohbad, look at your father's action towards me. It was Joseph that instructed them to stab you, to pie, and bury you. In addition, in the said video, Mr. Abosede Olumiyi implies the knowledge about the circumstances of the death of late Ilerioluwa Aloba, which she is not talking about. A probe into this may reveal more than what the police might have on the matter. We respectfully state that the said statement was insensitive, callous, malicious, and highly irresponsible. Such is just painful to our client, who is currently mourning the loss of his son, but also calculated to injure his character and cause him to be vulnerable to several incensed, severally hated, ridicule on social media by the public, and such as the such of Mrs. Abosede Olumi is in contravention of Section 373 of the Criminal Code Act. Prayers. Sir, we respectfully implore you to use your good offices to urgently detail your good investigative arm of the force to look into the matter so that decisive action can be taken against the third person. Sir, we are waiting eagerly for your urgent action on this matter. Thank you. In anticipation. Can you imagine that this thing was not funded? But Mohbad no gree make them do this thing.
Prayer means the request, what they want from the government. That's prayer.
Yeah. So they did not fund this thing. So they did not fund this thing. Some people are saying that Odumosu Osise. You know how many times petition that Odumosu has written and it was not funded because they were not releasing money. They were saying no money. One ask PH Radio now. It's Mommy Light on. Mommy, what we got? Do you know why they are coming for Mommy, what we got? You don't know. So it's the people of the Bukit Jesse that were coming for the people that have helped Justice Movement. Do you know how much money Mommy Lighton has given to the Justice Movement? Mommy Lighton was the brain behind the GoFundMe with a good intention. Meanwhile, claimed that there was no money in the access account. So my mom like, okay, he has a big restaurant in New York, the US. He said, okay, that she was going to open a GoFundMe since the public does not want to pay money into the access account anymore. That they will open as GoFundMe, and our own people, client or customers of the restaurant, will actually pay money into this account. At least the GoFundMe was created only for Lighton. That was the intention. Any other public that want to support you should also put money in there. Lighton only did that GoFundMe only for our own customers in the UK, in the US. So when Mommy Lighton said, okay, we need someone to help them to open the GoFundMe. Me on Muti open GoFundMe in 2023 in December. And let me tell you about the GoFundMe. When we were opening the access account in December, we were thinking that should they open GoFundMe? That was me was thinking, or back account. The reason why we opened back account, access account, was due to the fact, which I've explained before, that to separate personal money going to, in fact, the money that was in the Wema Bank account, Wema Bank, the money of Justice for Mohbad was inside the Wema Bank account too. We let Baba Mohbad to go with it because we have no right to ask him to go and print that money out. Okay, now this money is access account is for Justice for Mohbad. The mistake we made, not even a mistake, we thought the father would do like a father, right? That is why we said that let them open the access account and they have to be signatory to it. So the signatory to it was to monitor the moving, the coming and going of the money. In case if the public want to ask questions, Mr. Miwa will just come out there and publish everything out. Not knowing that Miwa did not do that. So Baba Mohbad automatically became a personalizing or solely signature to the account. Putting it to you. Let Baba and his last son sue me to court on this matter. When we were deliberating on the beginning of the opening of the access account, we are about 12 witnesses were there. The legal team were there when we were talking about this. So Baba cannot look at me in the face and tell me that he holds the access account. The access account is held by the movement of the Justice for Mohbad. He was the one, he and me were the one that do wuru which we only allow Baba Mohbad's name to be in there because he is the father of the son, the child that died. So, African TV, I hope you understand this part.
I am clear with all that. I want to ask you a different angle, ask you a question from another angle. Is my environment okay? Because our machine is on. Sheko disturb.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, now you were involved in this camp for a bit. During your tenure, would you say you took time to investigate Joseph Aloba to determine if he actually sincerely is looking for justice for Mohbad? Or were you able to see any sign that might tell us otherwise if the man is compromised or compromising the justice that the public is looking for? What is your take in your own experience? If you die today, God forbid, but let's say when you're older and you're dead and they'll have to write this story, in your memo, are you able to state your suspicion or your own observation of his justice nature? Please, Jamisi.
So anyway, Baba Mohbad and the other stuff like that. See, there are a lot of stuff that he was doing, right? But the major part of it was this thing that I just read when Mohbad came out maliciously defame him, stating that Josie, you will only call up Mohbad. And then we said that we want to press charges, and he declined. Okay, we came up again. I said, okay, I was ready to drop the money. Told the lawyer that, hey, here is the money. Like, we're going to go on our own way to go and do it. Maybe we should have even gone on our own way. And he said he's not going to do anything that he cannot sue his wife. So I have evidence. Lagata is a witness to what I'm saying. Black Velvet is a witness to what I'm saying. Detola Aduke, Detola, that is there with Baba Mohbad now, is a witness what I just said. Lady Ryan was J Blinks. We again. Okay. When I was talking about this. But the money was, they said I should not bother with the money since Baba Mohbad said that he's not going to do anything about it. So, okay, waiting I want to. Well, that was when I started having the fallout
Did, did,
since
did,
April.
did he give you a reason? Did he give you guys a reason why he did not?
He said, ìyá Mohbad, bàbá àti ìyá, èmi àti ìyá Mohbad, àjọ bí Mohbad ni, mi lè sue ìyá Mohbad, àjọ bí Mohbad ni. That was what he said. Which we were telling public now. We didn't have this thing from the public. We let people to know now. We came out to tell you people. So, and people said I was lying. I was doing this, but, you know, so that's it. That's it.
So that is your only reason for thinking that he may not want the same justice that the public
So,
is looking for?
so now, that is it, number one. That is number one strike that I got, that this man is doing a lot. He's doing, no, I was like, don't you know how we can get justice? If Yamobal could say what he was saying, he was talking about that as if she was so sure. Like she was so sure of what she was saying that if you pick up this woman, she will come and state, who are the people that Baba Mohbad sent to come and start this? Yeah. She will speak her mind. That's the opportunity to get Yamobal arrested. So I was like, okay, this man is acting up, which we all know. Black government got angry over this matter. Okay, that's one observation. Number two was in around June, we went all the way when Baba Mohbad was misbehaving. Couldn't take it anymore. This is the last straw. I don't want to bash Baba Mohbad in the public. I was thinking that I could talk to him on the inside so that the social media would not carry it and I won't subject him into dragging or bullying unnecessarily. The emotion still part of your emotion in me is still one showing. I didn't want to drag him publicly. I thought I could do it. We went all the way to Baba Mohbad Theological School. We went to where the school he went to that named him to be a pastor, that make him to be a pastor. We went there. We went to go and meet his friends, his lecturers that are also reverends. We went to meet with his classmates, his lecturer. We met with them. We told them about what is going on. That they need to come and talk to this man. This man is misbehaving. And the reason why I did all that was that I didn't want to subject him to bullying in the public. That maybe we could have talked to him behind the closed door. He tried. These are the things that I was doing, thinking that I could decorate Baba Ikpe behind the closed door without me coming to shade him or unnecessarily putting him into dragging into public. Now, we got
Bossman.
hold on now, let me finish now. So we got this man. When we got there, at that time, we're targeting Blessing too. So my proof was dealing with Blessing. And Blessing was angry with his father. My mom, they were like, okay, how can we settle Blessing from the father? Because Ameji, according to Baba Mohbad, sorrow. And all stuff like that. And if Baba Mohbad have not agreed that have not allowed me to marry Mohbad won't have died today. So that was what he had on against his father. Okay. And I was aware because we have been to Panti 15 times. Zone 2. No, Panti 15 times. Zone 2, 7 times. So I got to know that Blessing was there when they were exhuming Mohbad. Blessing was there when they were exhuming Mohbad. So I want to ask them that, did Blessing give you pictures of the exhumation of Mohbad because these people were coming up with the games. So that's what I was saying. Ojuro Donde. That was around March last year and all stuff like that. So we would try to settle the fight, the rift between the father and the daughter. So we're able to get the lawyer, Baba Mohbad's class teacher, on the phone because Baba Mohbad respects him so much. Maybe that one can talk to him with all the falafolo he's doing, all the love of woman that he's doing, that maybe they will talk to him, he will calm down. That day, we met with that man and we discussed with him. So we went back to Baba Mohbad with my crew. We were on the phone with Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad, we've gone to meet your friend, blah, 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 and we want to settle with your whatever with you and your daughter. Thinking that if they settled, there was some information in the hands of Blessing. Blessing will hand over the information with him to Baba Mohbad and will be able to make headway. But what did Baba Mohbad do? Was speaking in Yoruba. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ gidi ni, ṣé kíní kan tí mo ṣe fún, tó bá jẹ́ pé mi ló ti jáde mo fi bí àbí àtọ̀, or whatever he said, ibi àtọ̀, whatever like that, ṣá. Kíní kan, bọ́lá máa lè ní, kíní kan. Try to settle my mom ṣépè, ó gbé pè kalẹ̀, ìpè ńlá. Whoever tried to settle the fight between myself and my daughter, this man, lórí phone ni o. I said this story I said it several times, and I said it on the Tenomologo platform. Èpè ni Baba Mohbad gbé kalẹ̀, all because we wanted to try to settle the rift between him and his daughter. This time I was like, something is wrong with this. And that was it. And if you think I'm lying, I don't know. Let me see if that Baba Mohbad's friend is here. You might not want to come up. But if it's here, I'm maybe sure that some people know about this thing. These are the things that we try to do behind closed door. We tried our best. I tried. I don't want to bash him on the open. I don't want to subject him to bullying, dragging, but we tried. Done my own best.
Bossman.
Right? And that is
Bossman.
it.
Yeah. Thank you. I saw that you showed a trial petition. You guys wanted to petition. Can you please tell me which date is that petition? Okay.
It was there now. That was April 22nd now. It was there now.
2024.
April 2024. Yeah, April 22nd.
All right.
April.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Now, we are all used to seeing newsletters, publications from Punch. So far, so good. Based on my research, there are 163 new articles from Punch regarding justice for Mohbad. Now, my attention is drawn to one of 29th of August 2024 that says Mohbad's family asks IG to disband police investigation team.
Yes.
Now, you said as at April, there was no money to do that petition that you are showing me as an evidence of petitions that police... our topic then before you showed this was that the police were not attending to petitions. A lot of accountability and transparency was done in the NMS. Yes. Now, based on what you showed us now, a petition that was never signed, can we say that Punch also have been releasing false narrative to the public, especially about petitions in justice for Mohbad?
You just always come up with some story. You just want to show that whatever. Come on, stop all that, brother. Stop it.
Bossman, okay, I understand that. Do you know about this petition to the IG?
Yes, I am sure of that. I have a copy. I'm not going to release that copy to you guys, okay? Not now.
Why?
I have my reason for that. No, it's not. It's not. No. There is.
All right.
Okay? There is. All right? I have my reasons. When I say I have my reasons, respect my own wish, respect my own stuff. There was a letter written.
This is a public. Do you know that this is a public? This is not about you. You understand? This is not about your reason.
So if
a petition is not supposed to lie only on your table.
Hold on. Public they love it when people lie to them. And I try this as much as possible not to lie to you people. I can as well tell you that I'm not aware of that. And there's nothing you're going to do about it. You know that, right? People love it when people lie to you. If I lie to you to save myself from all these further questions, you will end up, you won't ask me further more. When I tell you, accept my own whatever, accept it. If today I decided to open camera to show you all this, you did not tell me. I told you when you said, "Can I show you?" I said, "I can show you people." So when I said I don't want to do it, respect that as well.
Bossman, once you show anybody can use the letter heading until it is stamped by the police as acknowledgement, it is not a petition. You understand? So what you showed is just a try, and it is so absurd for anybody to say that as at April when people
Oh
were
my
collecting.
gosh.
Wait, bossman, wait, you've said your
I
own.
told
Please
you that
now,
they've. Okay,
please
yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
say my own. Let me say my own. As at April that you said that petition that you never gave to the police or there was no money, there was GoFundMe going on. That is where I'm going to stop. I don't want to argue with you.
All right, so you're right there. So now, at that time, they said they don't want to touch the money in the GoFundMe. I guess there was a goal where they're trying to drive at. I mean, go to that when the money gets to $5,000. That is when they want to dip their hand into the GoFundMe. That was what we were told. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you what Miwa told me. All right. When it comes to GoFundMe, I have a lot of information about the GoFundMe. I won't lie to you. A lot of information that Mr. Miwa, and what I'm saying, since last year, I've been telling you that everything that I've said so far in Justice Form, it is only Mr. Miwa that can debunk me. And he has not Buki JC. Not Buki JC. I'm telling you the fact. And whatever I've said, I've told Mr. Miwa, where you think I've lied, and you think Bossman has defamed you or lied against you, let him come out. Or against Baba Mohbad, let him sue me. The time that they wrote this petition, this petition was not moved at all because they claimed that there was no money. They did not give any money. So Baba Mohbad was not even ready to pursue this thing. He said he wasn't interested. So it was a dead on arrival, according to Aloba himself. You feel me? And so the whatever from the IG, yes, it was stamped. It was stamped. Tell Baba or tell Mr. Miwa to release that. I don't want to be the one to do that. It was stamped. And you can publish it and tell the IG to come and debunk what I just said. I hope the team will they're also risking recording. So in case if you want to hold on to Bossman, hold this thing on Bossman, that Bossman is lying. So that the IG will come and look for Bossman. Do you know what it means for you to publish something? If it's not untrue, you can be sued to go to the national television or the newspaper to publish stuff, and you're lying and you are lying against someone. They saw it now. Did they see it? So, and I'm very sure that the legal team won't be so stupid to publish stuff that is not true on social media. When we went to NMS lab, and then before we went to NMS lab, we came out to the published release that the NMS whatever was not, the results, the whatever was not taken to NMS lab. And we challenged the government. Till date, government of Lagos State have not come out to condemn that it was a lie or that they not that what published Punch painted out against them were lies. Because you know what it means when you go to all those big newspapers and then and you print something else. Punch will not they will not print out any of your whatever if they've not done their own findings. Let me tell you about the story of the NMS thing. There was an investigation that was done by the NMS. So we went to the Punch newspaper. We told them about what we found out on NMS. So we said, okay, they needed a reliable enterprise to do that. So we went to Punch newspaper. Okay, as a journalist, is an entity, they will respect you guys more. So they went to NMS. They did their findings. They called into the NMS. NMS gave them breakdown of everything. So when they came out with facts, they went back to the publisher, refused to print this thing out. If they print it, and when they publish it, with the government, this Lagos State government, they will sue them, they will slow down the whole thing. The journalist was that, if this is true, they confirmed no. Then they went on the digging again. The publisher made sure that he was there. He saw everything. When they gathered the facts, and that's when they went ahead and published what they published about the NMS thing. Do you know as that today, Lagos State has not come out to say that they want, or even Punch was threatening the government, but if it claimed that they were lying, and this was an ambush, we were expecting Lagos State to come and deny that they want to sue Punch newspaper because they will bring us some more other things to let them people to know that they are lying. That today, Lagos State government did not respond. They kept quiet because one Punch not lay ambush on them, none. So that's just the way it is, brother. You can't publish something stupid on Punch newspaper. They will not flinch. That's when Baba Mohbad came out. The Baba Mohbad say, "Hey, Punch newspaper, he just went to go and flinch. I did not do the interview. Baba Mohbad, they lie. Baba Mohbad, they lie. You know? You remember what he did recently when he published something? They published something about him, about Leamari and all that, and he was denying that he never granted anything. He did. Punch newspaper is a respected newspaper. They're not stupid. They don't print things out because they know that they are easily they will sue them. So if Baba Mohbad did not call them and got interview with them, they will not bring it out. And in fact, these people were complaining that Baba Mohbad was even lying to the public, and they have the recording of Baba Mohbad lying to the public that he did not speak to them. And they don't want to do him bad because they will have published where he was. Whether they will have printed that thing out and published it out to the public to see. So that is it, my brother. It was Baba Mohbad, and at that time, money was still going into GoFundMe. At that time, the money was about $16,000, and they were waiting for the money to get to 50. That's all. And as the money was going into the GoFundMe, money was going to the Access account. But the Access account, they claimed at that time, that was around February last year, 2024, that there was no money in the account. You feel me, Sele? You understand? Oh, Sele is gone already. I did not plan to stay this long here. I was always planning to come and explain the Lagata part, and I ended up spending 3 hours on that platform. So all these things all these things were because when people were talking, people want to be sentimental. And if I talk my own, if you say that I lie, I go to wash now. And I know that those that believe me. As the old, and I'm not asking people, you might not like my style of doing things. You might not love the way I talk or my presentation of things. Everyone is different. I don't have all the time to be on social media and be ranting, screaming, just all right. But why I backed off of Baba Mohbad was not because I was the one who dumped Baba Mohbad. I dumped Baba Mohbad 30 after NMS Lab. It was one NMS Lab I was noticing something about Mr. Miwa. All right. And I was backing up a little bit for me because he was doing some stuff. But I wasn't talking to him. We did not have issues, though, but I just did not talk to him. I didn't call him. And I was not in a group with him. I used to be in a group. The last group I was with him was Structure Group. Structure Group did not last more than, is it up to a month? I don't think so. They split it. The previous group before Structure Group was in 2023. I don't think we stayed there for 2 months. That was in November. That November, whatever, where I met Gorexi ended. When I was telling that it was Gorexi and 2 women that brought Odumosu, you all said I was lying. And I told them, let them sue me to court. 2 women brought Odumosu. And Gorexi was part of it. And I told you, who brought you to? Buki Jesse and Gorexi. Now, is Buki Jesse why the young pepper scatter? Oh, I fed your recruitment. For money. The woman that bought car for Baba Mohbad in March, after she heard that there was no money in the GoFundMe, she borrowed them 5 million. Oh, borrow money 5 million naira new. 5 million. Then another woman on Booking Jesse's platform gave them 1 million. But I don't know beg your pardon, I don't know if she also borrowed them that 1 million or he dashed them 1 million. But the woman that owns making 6 million. But the woman that owns that car borrowed them 5 million. That once they get the money in the GoFundMe, they'll return the money back to her. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. That there are
Bossman,
some things. Hello.
me I dey enjoy you. You see, you don't try. The energy of holding a phone,
Madam Adufe,
explaining to the world
eh?
is not easy.
It was Gurexi and Buki Jesse that brought Sanshitu. Quote me on that. It
Now,
was
Bossman,
Gurexi and Buki Jesse. It was Buki Jesse. The day they want to go and do the briefing, it was Buki Jesse that instructed Gurexi to follow Baba Mohbad to the chamber of the sun. Okay? Kó interpret the tó bá wà nínú ìwé fún Baba. That is why Buki Jesse instructed Gurexi to go with Baba. Don't allow Buki Jesse to deceive you. He doesn't want to be blamed. Open my your He knows everything.
Bossman. Well, thank you. You see, I want to ask, do you remember that I'm a big critic since December? I have been screaming accountability, especially regarding everything justice for Mohbad. Now, at what point, I know I came against Gurexi, I came against Lagata, I came against you, I came against everybody. At what point are you 100% sure that Gurexi is an anti-justice and he's working with Biodun Lawa? At what point do you know?
I'm 100% aware of Biodun Lawa because I work with Biodun Lawa. We
So
can't,
do you
Mama.
think Biodun Lawa is
We hold on.
anti-justice?
Let me tell you something, my brother. I don't have to like. There are so many things that I have put money on that we've done that did not work out well. But I cannot come at that. And there's some information that I have that I know about. But you people always ask, where's evidence? Evidence, evidence. There are some information that it is fact, but there was no evidence. Let me give you a case study. I don't like to avoid to talk. I don't like to talk about Biodun Lawa because if I talk about Biodun Lawa, I will mention Yomi, and some people don't like it. I got to know Biodun Lawa the day I sent Yomi to Mohbad's house. I was the one who sent Yomi. I don't know about your story. I used my own money, 980,000 naira, to send Yomi to Mohbad's house. So, and all the cameras I was okay. So when Yomi was at Mohbad's house, Biodun Lawa came to meet Yomi. I'll give you something that I've not said on social media today that I think I don't mind. Let it go to the media. I don't give a damn. I don't like talking about Biodun Lawa because I always try to avoid not to talk about mention Yomi
Okay,
because people always
Bossman, let's
read
leave that
ministries.
question.
But let me
Let's
give you
leave
a story.
that
No,
question.
hold on. Just let me give you a story about Biodun Lawa. You were talking about Gorexi. I will tell you what Gorexi did to Biodun. Just hold on. So, but I have to give you the story of Biodun Lawa, how he came close. So after the issue of Lawa thing, something happened between Biodun and Yomi. And we became close to Biodun Lawa because he's like, we are Biodun, we got scammed. Me, Biodun, Anyofe, Perry, we got scammed. So that made Biodun to get closer to me because he did not believe that she was also scammed. Because one money was given to Yomi to go to Mohbad's house, 980,000 naira was given to Yomi. If you add 20,000 to it, making 1 million. But when Yomi went to Biodun, he told Biodun that he sent himself to Lagos. That he was using his own money. So Biodun paid for the hotel. Whereas we've already paid for giving Yomi all these things. So when the issue happened between us and Yomi, and we were saying that, how will he be saying that he used his own money when money was given to him? Receipt there. Also, Ando, very wicked. Don't you have receipt with you? Very wicked talk now. I don't want to look like I'm lying. Very
Yes,
wicked.
yes, yes, yes. Mo wà pẹ̀lú yín.
Why are you muted? Don't you have receipt of your meal with you?
Yes, yes. Now, I saw. I mean, everybody is
Eh,
aware now.
eh. So we now became close to Biodun Lawa. So Biodun was not coming on the Yokude's platform. He was talking. So we started sending Biodun to Corona Inquest. He will come and talk and all stuff like that. So one day we sent Biodun to Corona Inquest, and instead that happened at the inquest. So Biodun used to tell us that she should deal with Buki Jesse and with Rich Grace before dealing with Yokude and myself. So because of that, that make to see that okay, she's a member of Justice for Mohbad because she has always been on Rich Grace platform. She always tell us that she knows Rich Grace very well. They are friends. Okay, Rich Grace. So that made me to sit down with her. So we started planning. So when it was going to Corona Inquest, I was doing my own thing, my squad, and I said, "Can you get closer to Mohbad, Yodun?" And I said, "I need King White's number to get to Adura. But it's a long process. But if you can go to Corona Inquest, how can you get me King White's number and see if from there we can play a game and then we can get access to Adura?" He said, no. Before then, he said, "Boss man, I would like to work with my team." I said, "No, I don't work with people that I don't know. I don't know you that well. Oh. You are just talking on social media and all that. But working with my team, you get people want me to follow. They were looking for my downfall. So I just don't not work with people." So he was like, "No, she's not like that." So she was trying to earn my trust.
Boss man, is it like